Alright. We are live. Can y'all hear me? Alright. What is this thingy? Okay. Hear me. Can y'all hear me? And we're live. Okay, we are live. I can hear myself. Can y'all... I gotta mute that. I got the phone out. Alright, let's go. Live chat. Dismiss. We have, I think, 7 people. 6 people in the chat. Oh, man. I'm a bit sick today, actually. Let's go. Alright, let's play here. Okay, we are live. Loud and clearly, Daddy, all right, epic. Omar Gaber says America does not want the war to stop because this means that the arms factories will stop working and the commission that the factory owners pay to the residents of the White House will stop. Yeah, that's pretty much it. War is a Ponzi scheme. I actually have a post about that. Let's see here. Okay, look forward to your Saturday live streams. Epic stuff. So it's Restless Native. Ride the Liger says. Yeah, you can hear me, and crystal clear, restless native. Right, Liger, let's go, baby. All right, let's see how many people we have. We have 8 people, and yeah, do you guys like 9/11 revisionist live stream last week? That's pretty epic. And he says, always remember the Earth is pear-shaped. Epic stuff. Yeah, so these so I plan to do like try to do interview ones every other week, and then these kind of deep dives, solo ones, every other week as well. Just and when I don't have a specific topic, I'll probably just call it Clown World, etc. But yeah, I think the next one I'll do a pear-shaped Clown World image. And did you guys like that image I made? All right, so this is the storyline behind it. So I got a Mike Tyson tattoo. All right, let's go. And 9/11 revisionist says, Big Matthew, Big Mike sees it, he'll sue for copyright. Oh, epic. Yeah, Big Mike. If you guys know who he's referring to, I think that's Michelle Obama or Michael Obama. Let's see, eyes. Yeah, so Alex Jones actually replied to my cousin, so Steve Eyes. He has a pretty big BitChute following. So Alex Jones right here, he requotes this guy. And he says, on this first day of Black History Month, we celebrate Michelle Obama, the first black woman to marry a gay president. Alex Jones says he may be gay, but he is certainly a warmongering, race-baiting, globalist jerk. Right, and then I says, we need to see Big Mike in a boxing match with Alex Jones. All right, Big Mike. I think he's talking about Michelle. And then Alex Jones replies, we all know Big Mike would destroy me. All right, Timothy Sullivan says, I'm on the treadmill, Matt. Let's go. All right. This guy's ready to run. All right, we have 11 people. How much people should we wait until we go all in? So I think we have 12 actually on this thingy. How's the screen? Everything is fine. There's nothing like overlapping anything else besides my face, I think. All right. But yeah, did you guys like the 9/11 revisionist stream? That was pretty epic. That was 4 hours of just like truth bombs everywhere, or truth do's. Here we don't speak about bombs in this channel. All right. Oh, Big Mike refers to Mike Tyson. All this time I thought it was Big Mike as Michelle Obama. All right, this is a game changer. Okay, I am completely flabbergasted, and that's a next level word as well. Okay, so that's epic, and yeah, so that's Big Mike Tyson. All this time I thought it was Big Mike because if you see, I have a whole like thread on Michelle. Whoops, you go back here. If you go to my Telegram and just search Michelle, and then I says, why is Michelle Obama's back built as Mike? That's so Mike Tyson. This is Michelle Obama. This is not Photoshop. This is real. Oh, Paul Level says, hey, yes, let's go. Okay, C is laughing out loud. Let's go. Yeah, 9/11 revisionist. He thought it'd be 2 hours. He says they kind of made a timing mistake. No, I actually had a feeling it'd go over 4 hours. Because once you go, there's no going back. Yeah, anyways, this is a real photo. It's not photoshopped. This is Michelle Obama. That's Mike Tyson. So, again, Big Mike, pick your poison. Let's see. Obama's called Michelle Michael several times, like on live TV. Like, why is Michelle's back So build back better. This is real. Like I'm actually jealous. I'm jelly. I want it back like that. Okay, let's see. How many do we have? Okay, this is Michelle and there's Obama. All right, let's go. Enough of this. Yeah, so there's a whole thing. Yeah, so right here, I had to double check if it was. Oh, this is a different one. That's Michelle. This one right here. So this is real. So this is real. Like that. That's a real doc. Epic stuff. Again, Paul Level says great presentation last week. Revision epic. Yes, it was actually quite amazing. It covered a lot of stuff. I think one thing I didn't cover though. Someone commented. They said the magnetic, the Earth's magnetometer readings weren't covered in that. So each event, when each building fell and each of the alleged planes hitting, there's a magnetometer spike in the Earth's magnetic field. So that was epic. All right, so let's go. I think we have 14 people. That's good enough to go, and then we'll see as we go. I think we spiked to 15. All right, build back better. Let's go. Okay, so we covered Alex Jones and Big Mike. So this whole time I thought it was Big Mike. Was that? He sued the hangover guy for using his tat. Okay, so yeah, so I also have a tattoo right there. Okay, so do you guys like the Photoshop right here? This is epic stuff. All right, and the whole time I was wondering what thumbnail should I do. All right, anyways, let's jump right in. Oh man, yeah. So I'm a bit under the weather, so bear with me. It was had a bit fever last night. When sleeping, yeah. All right, let's go here. MES. So, anyways, first thing is always MES links, guys. Always go here. MES links on both Telegram and so MES links always there. Everything's there, and then MES links Telegram. What's the link on this one? Especially for the new peeps. Okay. 9/11 version says we could have gone for 8 hours easy. Too much letters to the 9/11 cover. Yeah, for sure. I'll do that for the 9/11 emergency live stream on 9/11. Well, let's see what day is 9/11 actually. All right. Yeah. So today's live stream is gonna be a bit more chill. I just need some energy. But we'll pick up. Okay. So next one's Wednesday. Okay. So September 11th is on a Wednesday. All right. And let's go to the next setup here. All right. So Mark Conlon 9/11 planes live stream next week. This one's gonna be epic stuff here. Yeah, so Mark Conlon, I think he was one of the first ones to debunk the CGI claims. Because CGI is disinfo to make us all look like a bunch of clowns saying everything's fake. And yeah, so this is his channel right here, Planes Research and so on. He does extensive on it. It'd be great to have him on there. So Joe LaFiamma, hello to all. Let's go, baby. All right, and okay, we have 17 people. All right, we have a bunch of people jumped up right here. Okay. Michael Obama is not natty. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is not natty at all. Methyl Miners here. What's up, guys? What day of the week was 9/11/2001? Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. This one is Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesday is usually the biggest like work week, a work day. So it's like, and it's like beginning of the school year, beginning of like work cycle. So it was all like set up because September is the beginning pretty much of the work year, and all the kids are back to school. It's college starts. And then everyone's back from vacation, so it was like perfectly timed. All right, and this was here. Okay, this was like that. Okay, and then become a super fan, as always. Become a super fan. Fund this operation so I can do this full time instead of having to do a bunch of random stuff. Okay, become a super fan like Paul Loveless AL. You can post cool emojis. You can post these emojis, guys. So let's go. Can I even copy paste these in? Oh, I can't even paste this in. Oh, gyro. How do I even do that? Okay, there they are. Look at these emojis. Let's go. Okay. And next setup. Okay, we have someone commenting. Oh, Matthew Susan is live. Okay, Bob John says you should put 2 face tattoos on your picture. Yeah. What's interesting is that's actually. I actually saw someone with 2 face tattoos, and then I made that. So that was, and it was very similar to, okay, how do I get this up? Yeah, very similar to Mike Tyson's. How come I put all these regular like that? Okay. Oh, Paul Levis says, oh, Math Easy. Okay, I thought that was mine. Okay, Epic 7. You get a trophy as well, guys. So think about all the perks. And you get shout out by MES. All right. let's go to the next one. We'll try to push through. Okay, and then also, guys, 9/11 Revisionist. Yeah, so next week is gonna be Mark Conlon. That's gonna be on the 24th. And then, so what I want to do, the week after, I'll just do a solo one if, well, I basically wake up and see if I have time, or if I'm not busy here. And then the next one, March 9th, that's tentatively set up. Yes, in 3 weeks. 9/11 Revisionist is going to do a Building 7 video on there. And basically dispel a bunch of those myths going on, etc. Next week with Mike Conlon is going to be the bomb part of the planet. It's gonna be a do, guys. In this channel, we don't talk about bombs. Okay, Mike Tyson MES tattoo, we got that. Also, that Gabriel guy, remember that Gabriel the Flat Earth? Again, I think he's 1,000% disinfo agent. He started spamming other people's channels because I commented, and I think I showed it in my videos. Yeah, so this one here. So this guy, again, this guy's he's an engineer named Mike. And then I commented, epic debunk, note that at 121, the peak of the mountain. This is from my earlier video on the mountain shadow on the clouds, if you've seen that. So if you've seen that video, I'll just do, yeah, so I'll just give you an example right here. Yeah, this should show up. Okay, I'll just go here. This is, yeah, so these mountains, these shadows right here. Meet the world now. What is going on here? How did I just disappear to that? Okay, that's why. I accidentally clicked that one. Okay. Yeah, so if you have the sun near the horizon, you can have a shadow that's under the clouds, like that. And then that Gabriel guy, he's spamming this guy's comments. And then so basically I replied, note that at 121, the peak of the mountain is above the shadow line, so what's causing the shadow if not the sun below the clouds horizon? Keep the great work. And then Gabriel's in there. And then he says the observer is above the peak, etc. He's spamming nonstop. And this guy got enough of him. And then he says right here, I replied to MES at 121, the observer is above the peak during the sunset. By the way, anyways, he's talking nonsense. And then throughout this, he just goes back and forth with the engineer, Mike the engineer. And then he's obviously playing dumb. And then I wrote right here, Gabriel, I blocked you multiple times from my channel, and now you're spamming another person's channel. And he says, I'm having a respectful discussion with Mike. We may not agree, but at least he has decency. Keep it respectful. No, he's also had enough of him. And then I wrote, oh, actually right here, he even thinks that a coin on table can disappear bottom up. Anyways. And then he wrote right here, I think he blocked Gabriel as well. He says, you're making the assumption that the light source below the mountain, etc. And then he says, that fact that you were denying the basic concept of how shadows work makes it clear that you're just trolling. Only a troll would possibly try to make that argument. Discussion is over. Anyways, so I just wanted to show that. So this guy had enough of the Gabriel guy. All right. Another part is mountain shadow and clouds only occur specific times of the year. Do that for another time. Actually, we'll do that one actually right here. I'm gonna go quickly here. If you've seen my earlier video, it's epic stuff. So this is his latest video. And again, so certain times of the year, you're gonna have the sun below the horizon such that it lines up and does a shadow right here, above this. Below the clouds, and this is clearly the sun is clearly below the horizon. Anyways, all right, let's continue further. So we have 26 people on, and yeah, so an opinion on the so now the version says an opinion on the John Alexander 5-hour interview. I didn't see the whole thing, but that's pretty epic. We'll play some of it. I have it in here. We'll play the part where he talks about Hutchison, and I think you had a clip, another version where you discussed, where you posted the part where he's talking about the lasers, the CO2 lasers. Okay. Oh, so Paul also sent you an email showing you how I was banned from Reddit for posting about Duo 9/11. Oh yeah, I was also banned from Reddit a few days ago for like temporary ban. Whoops. Let's go. Paul Levels here. Let's see the email. Okay. I'm gonna open these up. This is a pretty epic stuff here. Actually, we'll get to that in a bit. I'm going to follow through because it's going to follow along with my Reddit right here. So I was also banned from Reddit right here. So my Melissa Dow video was going viral on a normie Reddit thread, and then they temporarily banned me for 7 days for no reason. Well, actually, you're not to talk about conspiracy theories, etc. Okay, Larry Lyons is my first live. Epic stuff here. Let's go, Larry. Yeah, I think you're on Rumble a lot. Okay. Okay, now Larry just sent me the clip. Yeah, we'll play that soon, guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna follow the thingy. And we will play that. So 9/11 version has sent me some goods. How do I just add them here? I'm gonna add edit folder, add chats. Oh, included. Oh, you are included. Okay, so 9/11 version is. How do I find it? There it is. Okay, so you have the video, yeah, epic stuff. So you have that. We'll play that as we get to the thing. So that's one thing I had to do was I had to just follow my setup here. So we'll get to that, and also the Reddit banning Paul Loveless as we go through here. So yeah, thanks for the email and the messages, and we will get through this. Okay, so we got through the Gabriel spamming. Alex Jones replied to Isis watching, and then apparently Big Mike is Mike Tyson, not Michelle Obama. Okay, so that's a bit iffy there, but also Michael right here, Obama. Obama calls Michelle Michael. Okay. Where is it? Okay, there's right here. Okay, so this is what I mean by Big Mike.
Distinguished guests, and men and women of the finest military in the world. And most of all, Admiral Mullen, Deborah. Michael and I also want to...
how's the audio, guys? Did you hear that? Michael and I. Let's see if I can do it a bit louder. I'm going to play that again. Okay, and let's see this again.
Acknowledge your... Deborah. Michael and I also want to...
Okay.
Mullen.
Okay, so Ryan Nam says, sup. Yeah, okay, epic stuff here. And we have Methyl Miner. Reddit's full of Fed bots. That is true. And also normies. Reddit's a lot of normies because they ban a lot of stuff. But interestingly, Reddit's what woke me up. Because Pizzagate was huge on Reddit. And then they got it banned. And I realized, oh, I gotta... This is ridiculous. Because, like... And I gotta get on this. Because they're just literally deleting everything. Anyways... So we got Michael. Okay, Gene. Okay, so Gene posts Spire dustification, posts bogus tennis racket dust video. So if you've seen my Spire video, yeah. So anyways, I'm gonna try to follow this as much as I can. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. We'll get to it. Okay, I'm gonna. I think it's like bigger like this. Okay, we'll do it like this. All right. Next setup here, and also guys, the notes. All the notes will be in here. And a description as well. So I think we have 26 people. Let's check. Have a check. Okay, 26 epic stuff here. Let's try to break the record. I think the record is 59 or so. Okay, Methyl Miner and nice emojis right there. All right, let's go. And the next one here. Okay, so 9/11 War Room. It's actually a safely padded room where no dissent is allowed. And I wrote here, 900-foot spire is literally turned into dust in midair.
Look at it, John. Look at it.
So he posts this without any explanation. He says WTC-1 core columns falling vertically after their initial collapse 15 seconds later. All right, just put any comments, and I said the 911-foot spire literally turning dust in midair, and he says respectfully I agree. No, he's not respectful at all anymore. I disagree, but I let the viewer make their own decision. I'm pretty sure I'm seeing the spire fall vertically through the static dust clinging to it. The column further to the left also fall and are not being vaporized. Look at the wording he uses as well. It's justified. All right, let's see what else he posted.
There goes the second tower. Unfucking believable.
Right here. If these ones here also turning dust, but he posts a blurry one, but it should be fine. Okay, my first thought when I saw Michael was I would want to meet him in a dark alley. Okay, I'm banned from commenting on Gene's Rumble. Interesting. Does it show that you're blocked here? Because he just hasn't replied. But anyways, I wrote right here. So I wrote, the spire is 900 foot, almost the height of the Eiffel Tower. It falls, turn to dust with no jagged movement, very little noise, and is not found anywhere in the rubble. The spire's appearance is distinct with very little dust on it. If the dust was clinging to it, it would remain clinged as it moves vertically downwards instead of floating in the air afterwards. Then he says, how do you explain the other section of the core columns to the left that can be seen falling, not turning dust with no jagged movements and very little noise? Yeah, very little noise, the giveaway that it's turning dust. I have to further research the allegation that the columns were not found in the rubble. I've got a researcher that is all over the steel. I'll get back to you on it. I said, which other columns? The left ones are also turning to dust as they fall, but they are harder to see, aka they aren't found in the rubble. And that video you made is very listed. Oh yeah, he puts this video right here. We'll show that. I said that video you made is very misleading and a complete joke. Drop the racket and the dust clings onto it as it falls. The racket is also seen completely intact throughout your video, and it is found when it hits the ground. So if we copy and paste this video, So he's trying to debunk the spire turning to dust by posting this nonsense video of a dust on a racket and then slamming it with a tennis ball. Right here. Okay, see there's dust there. I'll submit the audio. Actually right here. Okay. So here's the one turning dust. Okay, is this getting hit by a giant asteroid or no? Because he's doing a comparison with a giant asteroid. Okay. So this is the one I uploaded, and this is 9 months ago. Like 63 views. It's just nobody likes this nonsense. Okay, so this turn of dust. Okay, but now look at the comparison. He has a racket there. Okay, what does this have to do with anything? This is just I don't understand. What is the asteroid? Oh yeah, wait up. Okay, so he has a racket. Okay, Frog Scotch, love this channel, epic stuff. Yeah, Larry, Lionel's no problem. Just suspend physics for a day. Everyone should sign in for Sundays for the padded playroom called the Roll Room and come and ask difficult questions. Yeah, there are a bunch of clowns should join in there. So do you see this asteroid? Look at how big it is relative to the racket. All right, where's the asteroid? All right, anyways, that's Gene. You can go down to the War Room. Down to the War Room right here. Whoops. And they Zoom call every. This is a whole racket, and I commented in that video actually. This is a very misleading video and a complete joke. It's like you got a hole in his racket. What is he doing? I don't understand what he's trying to do. But anyways, he's an absolute clown. Let's go next right here. Okay, so the next one here. Okay, so the next one, Trump fake assassination via avalanche. So there's a whole bunch of predictive programming about Trump assassination or fake assassination. Anyways, whenever I say assassination, I'm gonna say fake. So in case I get what's it called, spotted by one of the algorithms. Oh man, I'm a bit crying from that tennis racket video. All right, avalanche. No, where's the Trump? Oh, plot twist. Oh, I spelled avalanche wrong. Okay. So this was MSNBC post right here. Fake assassination versus avalanche. How do you spell avalanche? Okay, where's my avalanche? Right here. Oh, avalanche. There's an N there somewhere. Okay. Via avalanche. Alright. So here, there's an avalanche about to hit him. Former Trump insider on whatever. I just blocked that. I don't look at the wording. So plot twist is to be an avalanche hitting Trump. Something is coming. I can feel it. No frogs was invalid analogy. Yeah, that is true. No, someone thinks it was an asteroid. No, he was using. He's saying that there's a tennis ball hitting a racket is similar to the justification. But I'm like, there's no asteroid. You can't just. Yeah, Frog Scotch says something is coming. It can feel. Yeah, that is for sure. And that gets to the. We'll get to the predictive programming. I want to stick on script. But anyways, it's gonna be an avalanche hitting him. And speaking about avalanche, so I've skied once. Okay, Metal Miner's posting. Let's go here. YouTube sits from my YouTube channel. Truth ASCCI. Interesting. It's without turning to plane emoji. Interesting. What? It's this without turning to plane emoji. But I think I saw the plane emoji in here somewhere. And there's 28 people. All right. 9/11, a storm was coming. No one mentioned Hurricane Aaron. Yeah, did that post that 9/11 you sent about that tower and that cloud? Absolutely unreal. Nothing ever happens. All psyop. Well, something's happened. We had the October 7th. That was last year. But the thing is, yeah, but you're right. Nothing ever. Well, mostly nothing ever happens. Like the COVID one, they had before COVID. There was a bunch of swine flu mumbo jumbo. There was like swine flu scare. I think there's let's say the I forget we had it, swine flu. Like there was all these swine flu, H1N1, etc. All this before COVID, and even before 9/11, there was a bunch of threats about. They kept mentioning Osama bin Laden for years and years and years, and they even had the OKC bombing. They had the, I guess except 9/11. Yeah, but you had COVID as well. You have a bunch of stuff. You have market crash, like 2008 market crash, and so big things do happen. But they are subtle. Some of them are subtle, but some 9/11 is the like in your face one. But then we also had the I think that was Lebanon bomb. Let's see the Lebanon. I just want to see, but that Lebanon bomb or the Beirut explosion was absolutely ridiculous. So I think these are like relatively minor compared to, because it's not in the U.S. and it's not destroying like a whole bunch of people. But this one is surreal. Like this is, yeah, this bomb right here. Yeah. Yeah. So some things do happen. We had the Ukraine war. But the thing is, yeah, 9/11 is just a big one. So 9/11 is the beginning of the new century. So you're gonna have a giant one. So every decade there's gonna be a psyop. I just want to sign and opt out. Sign out. It's all psyop. Yeah, everything's a psyop. Because again, free energy suppression means everything is by definition a psyop. Okay, I think Beirut explosion is possibly a small nuclear weapon. Interesting. Yeah, like if I was doing live streams, I would have done an emergency Beirut explosion one. All right, so we were gonna cover that. Okay, so we went to the avalanche. Trump's gonna get hit by an avalanche. And also, there's another thing is for the the flat Earth mumbo jumbo. So there's an Antarctica or Antarctic ice marathon, and sun doesn't set. You can literally sign up for a marathon in Antarctica. So you can literally run at the South Pole or North Pole, or North Pole marathon. Okay, yeah, this is North Pole marathon, and then this is the South Pole one. So you can literally run there, and the sun won't set. So you can even sign up for the marathon, and go and run there, and the sun's never gonna set there. And so let's go right here. You can see articles on this. The marathon on which the sun never sets. So a lot of people say you can't go down to Antarctica or whatnot. You can literally go there and run. Like I don't know what's going on here. Like this is where flat Earth becomes like levels of lunacy that's beyond imagination. So it's like you have to assume every single article ever written is fake. Like this one, this marathon is fake. All right. Anyways, continue further. Okay. Okay. Flat Earth Dave makes a short video that is not searchable about Judy Wood, and he has a playlist that only discusses wildfires as due, including a video of disinfo agents attacking DJW and Andrew Johnson. All right. So Flat Earth Dave is like one of the biggest Flat Earth disinfo agents, and 1000% I believe he's a disinfo agent. All right, so this one here, a matter of perspective. Whenever you see the word perspective, it's very likely it's disinfo agent. This might even be Gabriel. So thanks for the stream, brother. For the record, here's a video by Flat Earth Dave about the towers turning to dust. Maybe now you can consider getting him on the show. You might just get along. No, I won't get along. he's a liar, but yeah, you can go on the show. I'd be like laughing at him. But yeah, actually, I probably won't get him on the show. It's just too ridiculous. But anyways, because I said if he has an actual video right here, I mean an actual 9/11. Stuff. But anyways, he said you might just get along, and if anything, it will bring new people to your channel who might not know about Judy Wood. All right, so interesting. That's a good start, but I still expect more from him. For example, he needs to make his video searchable, aka mention Dr. Judy Wood. The only mention of Judy Wood on his channel is a playlist he made of disinfo agents mulling up 9/11 with California do fires. Okay, then Code Tech. Okay, I don't know where. He said something there, and he said something about Flat Earth as a psyop against real conspiracies, but it's gone. Anyways, you right. Thanks for replying. I agree. It's hard to find on this channel, which does not help. On his channel, I've not looked into the Cali fires in great detail, but there do seem to be a lot of similarities to 9/11. Toasted and flipped cars, very little rubble, and untouched trees, no glass, no toilets, bathtubs, plastic recycling bins, which survived in the midst of destruction. And before the more recent Maui fires, we had the release of the Mountain Dew flavor Maui burst, which seems like a typical joke by the powers that be. Apologies if you have already covered this somewhere. I wasn't able to find it on your channel. Would love to hear your thoughts. And I said. The alleged Dew fires is not the issue. It's Dave's playlist on Dew, strictly about wildfires. Only mention Judy Wood in his playlist about a disinfo agent attacking Judy Wood, and Andrew Johnson's video urging people not to muddle up 9/11 and Cali fires. That's the thing. 9/11 has steel turned into dust. All right, go click the video. So here's a video he sent, or here's a video he sent right here. This is the only thing on his about towers turning dust. This is the DITRH. I'm gonna do a debunking video, I think, on one of his videos. 30 watching, only likes? Yikes. What does that even mean? Only 15 likes. Yeah, that is true. Guys, hit the like button. The goof truth. Okay. Okay, yeah, so I hate finding a new truther who's good at logic and then claims Earth is flat. Yeah. Okay, this one right here. I just wanna music. Okay, has there been a gravity collapse that looked like this? Okay, and then he has, I'm going to make it double speed. So he puts in slow motion of the tower turning dust. Alright, let's see. Okay, and then which dissolved into dust, etc. not an explosion. Yeah, so then he has a tower turned nuts. The criminals that pulled off 9/11 will do everything to keep the truth. Stop believing the lies. And then they keep you from the truth. And then let's see then he posts Judy Wood book. Know the truth. And then he says, buy this book. Okay, so we have Flat Earthers saying, okay, evidence directed free energy, where towers go by Dr. Judy Wood. Okay, it's becoming harder to find, but you can get it on Amazon for $45 if you look past the scalpers. Alright, this is 6 years ago, July 9th. Alright, and let's see what else is, I think that's it. Okay, deep inside the rabbit hole.com. Anyways, so then if you go to his channel and just search Judy Wood, so actually a couple things. Post 9/11 there. Then he has this link. For more, this link that doesn't work. Okay, and then you go here. Matt G, my computer's hacked. I'm missing file. I'm missing likes. Like whatever. Like you try refreshing. I think we have how many likes? Where do we even see the likes? There's 31 people. Everyone's just jumping in. Oh, check out the Maui article I sent you. Okay. Yeah, we will. So what I'll do is I'll check the comments soon. Let's see the Maui. Let's see. How do I find stuff? Okay. Do is on fire. Yeah, Do's on fire. Okay. So this is we'll send these links soon. Because we'll get to this Los Alamos. Once I get to the John Alexander, I'll start sharing some stuff. But anyways, what I wanted to show is you go to this guy's huge channel. 103 subscribers, 564 videos, and then you see Judy Wood. It's not there. Okay, directed energy. So you click the directed energy playlist. All right, it's all just fire stuff. Look, and Santa Rosa and Northern Cali fires, the law of physics. Where do the houses go? And they put an image of 9/11. All right, and then includes this video. This info agent that they make it look like Judy Wood. Response to Judy Wood's and Andrew Johnson's informal discussion on CA fires where they're attacking them. Anyway, there's no 9/11 stuff. The 9/11 is bigger than all this mumbo jumbo. And he's posts flat out like nonstop, like every month or so, every day or every month. All right, and he's attacking another disinfo agent. Oh, global. I think this Mark Sargent is another disinfo agent, and they're attacking each other, going back and forth, etc. Okay, never mind. Matt G says, yeah, just my internet connection. Refreshing page now 17. All right, so for a second we thought you were getting dude. All right, and this is the Maui fires. This is the, yeah. That's the thing. People are getting caught on. It could be, the thing is with the Maui fires. You could literally start a fire with many things, but yeah, you could obviously use direct energy weapon to start a fire. But this one has a tower turned to dust. So here's his article, and nonetheless, 9/11 is irrefutable, and the big one. So, and there's very little heat. This one they want to push fire, like that's the thing. Yeah, they want to push dew as it's being a hot thing, a fire thing. Because 9/11 had cold dew. All right. Let's go and see the next setup here. We'll check 9/11 revisionist stuff once we get to the John Alexander. Let's go here. Okay, Flatter Dave does that. Okay, so 29 tons of nanothermite would be required. Yes, a lot of these nanothermite people. So let's go to thermite wiki. So what's thermite wiki? Thermite is a pyrotechnic composition of metal powder with metal oxide. So in other words, metal oxide is just metal with a oxygen. So an oxide is a chemical compound containing at least one oxygen atom and another element. So if it's metal oxide, you have oxygen, like air, like rust, and metal. And when ignited by heat or chemical reaction, thermite undergoes an exothermic reduction, oxidization, or redox reaction. So exothermic, it gives off a bunch of heat. The keys gives off heat. Most varieties are not explosive, but can create bursts of heat and high temperature in a small area. Its form of action is similar to that of other fuel oxidizers mixtures. So thermite is just powder. So this iron is thermite iron oxide. So in other words, just some powder. And then how much do you need for it? Let's see how much do you need to cut it out? But let's just see what that Fetzer disinfo agent says. But he was debunking the other guys. So let's go here. So Jim Fetzer is a disinfo agent pushing nukes now. He used to be on Judy Wood's side, and then he just flipped. But anyways, so let's see what he says here.
I've been forced to that conclusion that the man I made the co-chair of Scholars for 9/11 Truth when I founded it in December of 2005. So I'm very, very at conclusion that the man I made the co-chair of Scholars for 9/11 Truth when I founded it in December of 2005, actually was an expert in promoting what I regard as a limited hangout, the nanothermite theory, which, as I've explained, cannot possibly explain the data. In fact, just to illustrate its absurdity, Niels Harrit, who was an associate professor at the University of Chemistry at the University of Copenhagen, emeritus, when asked how much nanothermite it would take to destroy a twin tower, he said 29,000 metric tons. 29,000 metric tons of nanothermite to destroy a tower, Joe. I mean, how absurd is that?
Yeah, so 29 metric.
Yes.
So how much is a ton? So yeah, basically like you're gonna have to lather up the entire buildings just with nanothermite. See that again?
Metric tons of 29,000 metric tons. 29,000 metric tons of nanothermite to destroy a tower, Joe. I mean, how absurd.
Yeah. So that is absolutely ridiculous. So your car weighs about like, how much does the car weigh? Like a few tons, 1 or 2 tons. How much does a car weigh in tons average? Okay. Does an average car let's say 1.5 tons. So you're thinking like 29,000 tons. So like a million cars is or like 29,000 tons. So basically you're gonna have 29,000 cars worth of thermite everywhere. All right, and anyways, just want to power through. Okay, so Frog says Dr. Judy Wood's theory. Yeah, it's WOOD and then apostrophe S. Yeah, well, most cars are 1.5 tons in kilograms. I forgot apostrophe. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, now the version is we'll get at you. You gotta be on your A game. All right, so the next setup, bolts removed. Yeah, so this video actually now the version is. I just want to see where did you get this actual video from? I have it scheduled. This was an epic video at the beginning here. Also, my soccer coach just messaged me saying that his brother-in-law who was receiving a marrow transplant died suddenly and unexpectedly last night. So that's epic. That's like sad. Okay. All right, the chat's going ham. Okay, so the next setup here. So this bolts right here. So another version. If you can send me the link of the original video. Like this is missing bolts. Whoops.
Or something. Those wheat checks. Those.
Why is it saying it can't open?
The whole theory that the thing pancake came down on.
Okay, so it's not playing. I gotta. Actually, I have it here. I don't know why it's not playing on Telegram. Okay, I'm gonna open this. Open with media player.
The whole theory that the thing pancake came down on itself, crushed itself. I don't see any signs of crushing. And when I say that, the wheat checks, and the wheat checks are the pieces, they almost look like a hashtag. Everybody knows what a hashtag looks like, right? They almost look like that. But what they are is they're made out of box steel, so they're hollow. And they're box steel that's welded together to look like that hashtag. And at the ends of them, there's 4 holes in the top, and they bolt to the next one that comes down. So these things are just all bolted together. The thing that really has got my attention when I seen that is that the end of these beams are perfect. The 4 bolts are gone. Now remember, these beams are made out of steel, and the bolts that are holding together are made out of hardened steel. So they're probably 5, maybe 10 times as hard as the steel they're holding together.
Just a correction, it's actually not 5, 10 times. It's more like, I think 30%, 30 to 50%. I had a poster, I'll find it. As he plays, I'll find it.
Together. And normally, that's the last thing to go. So if this building actually did collapse or fall upon itself or something, those wheat checks, those ends would be ripped apart. Those bolts would still be there holding the pieces of the flange together, but what those flanges are welded to should be ripped. I don't see any signs. What I see is perfectly square ends of those wheat checks. Even if they rip the bolts through, those holes would be all elongated, torn, that whole end would be ripped out. It's just perfect holes without these hardened bolts. You know, as a mechanic, I've been, I bolt frames together, you extend chassis, you make sure you use hardened bolts, hardened washers, and when you see things fail, the bolts are still there. They're the last thing to let go because they're hard. They're made to hang on. So there's no signs of pancaking. You look at the pictures, you look at like the cover there, there's a better one over there even on this book. You look at the cascading coming down. That's not pancaking. To me, it's cascading. If everything was supposed to be pancaking, you wouldn't see that corner of the outer shell of those wheat checks hanging there with, oh, another piece fell off.
Oh, my microphone's low? Is this the microphone or this audio right here? Can you guys hear the video, or is my microphone low? Make it higher. Okay, how's my microphone now? I'm listening through my speaker audios. Can you guys hear the audio that here? Oh, there's a moon there. Okay, how's the audio now? Is it better? Can you guys hear me? Fine. Computer man, your mic is really low, dude. Thank you. Okay, just let me know if it's good, and if you can hear this audio. Audio's good. What about this guy?
How do they fall off? How did that one piece come out of that?
Yeah, this one. Notice here, it just came off laterally, like not up or down. Oh, there's reality access, epic. Yeah, this. I think this guy either saw your video. This is that rat-shaped hole. So I gotta find the link. Yeah, I think he sent it here. Okay. How do I copy current address? All right. Your audio level is good. It was a bit low. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Wheat check with all those hardened bolts on it and not show any signs of stress. There's no signs of stress on most of the metal. You look at those wheat checks, every one of them, whether it's stuck in a building across the road, which some of them did. Like these things travel a distance. And you could see some of them that were falling were turning to dust in midair. People go, well, that's just dust on them. I'm going, well, you'd have to have dust 3 feet thick on each floor to the amount of dust. Not even in the concrete that's in there is going to create that amount of dust.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. You have a steel beam falling. Why is there a giant like dust trail? All right, like ginormous dust trail.
So I'm looking at this.
Is there even evidence of building falling to the pancake method like before? I don't know, but I think I highly doubt there ever was a steel one like that.
Picture, and I see a lot of stuff in here.
All right, so this was an epic video, and I have a link right here. So that's the link I wanted to see. Whoops, why is it just show? Oh, this is a, that's interesting. So the whole chat's here. That's cool. Let's try to get this link.
I've actually lost a lot of friends.
Okay, oh, so it was from this guy's. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so I have seen this one years ago. So this is the first one I think I shared on my, if you go to my MES links. This is the first one on my Hive community, actually. So that guy's video. But that's another thing. It's like you have to make sure you don't get deleted. Like, just don't get yourself deleted. It's just the key thing. It's like if you're talking truth and you're getting deleted, then someone that's talking half truth is better, and not getting deleted. All right, let's go here. Actually, no, this is the Hive community. Where's the community? Wrong link. Community. So if you go post right here, and if you go oldest, how do I go oldest? You can't do oldest. Like I'll go all the way to the beginning. The very first post I ever did. Yeah, it's a great quality new documentary by the channel Near Death Experiment, and then yeah, it's gone. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. I think they're on Rumble though. All right, let's continue further. So yes, thanks for this one here. This is a good one. Actually, I'll upload that right now. I'm gonna update this right here. So thanks for that 9/11 revisionist and Rumble. Let's see. A Rumble link. There it is. Let's go. So that should be work. Yeah, so reality access in the show. Epic stuff. Yeah, good to see you again. Yeah, it was a while. Alright, it's the next setup, and we have the chat right here too. This is cool. We have the whole chat here. We can zoom in and see a whole bunch of stuff, and everyone there. Might just use that for checking stuff. Anyways, let's see what else we have. 33. Okay, guys, we have the Grandmaster Freemason number 33. Okay, it's strange though that when you point these videos at desecration people, they still try to deny it. Yeah, 100%. It's just I had a friend. I showed him. He's like, oh, that just like looks fake. You believe anything on internet? I'm like, what are you talking about? Just it's real. But at least it's better than saying it's not turning dust, but it is. Okay. The next setup. Let's go to the next. Okay, so thermite. Yeah, this is thermite. This did not happen on 9/11. And okay, so missing bolts. I don't know why it's not playing, but it shall. Okay, so the next setup is Direct Energy newsletter. All right, so I joined a newsletter. This is the guys behind 9/11. I joined the newsletter. Newsletter. So I signed up for the Directed Energy Society right here. It's called Wavefront. This is from their Directed Energy Society. So Directed Energy Professional Society. This is where all the guys from 9/11, the NIST report guys are on. All right. So right here, don't miss this. Whatever this Direct Energy Weapon one right here, and have the sponsors. See, this is current sponsors. And let's see, Platinum. Oh yeah, so gold sponsor Boeing. Boeing's on there. Leidos, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon. All right, this is epic stuff. And then so you can join you can become I think publications newsletter. So you can go to newsletter, but you need to email them. So you're gonna have to sign up and email Christina. This is the email, copy email address. So if you want to sign up for it, and they'll send you a newsletter of their latest stuff. So here's the latest one. Was actually February 9th edition. Fast steering mirror. So that's epic. And then it shows right here, secure and direct energy weapon supply chains, and has these new up and coming direct energy weapon scientists. All right, it's University of New Mexico, University of North Texas, physics with a focus on ultra short pulse lasers. All right, so this is 9/11 stuff right here, and all the big players on the 9/11 companies that were doing this report are on that society. All right. Let's go to the next setup. Okay. Should I put that in here as well? I'm gonna do this right here. News letter and email 234 email. Okay. Okay. So the next setup is this Friday the 13th. I think it's like this. Okay. Actually, I'll just go back to this thingy. I'll leave that one there because it's and I'll update it later, but it's easier to zoom. I bet they aren't even real humans. All right, let's get on even more government watch lists. Well, at least you can join their newsletter, government newsletter. Okay, members are. This is another video by 9/11 revisionist sent here. Yeah, he's got it. Play the dude senator talking. Yeah, let's play. This is on topic, so let's play this. Yeah, so there's the revisionist. This is where, okay, Senator comments on the February 2023 last year Direct Energy T&E Joint Conference.
Hi, I'm Senator Martin Heinrich. Welcome to New Mexico for the latest Test and Evaluation Conference. Thank you to the Directed Energy Professional Society and the International Test and Evaluation Association for inviting me to address all of you.
Wow.
New Mexico has steadily grown as a hub for directed energy and its accompanying capabilities over the last 10 years. And I'm excited to see what the next several years has in store. Throughout my time in...
Okay, now that's epic stuff here. Yeah, so 7 minutes, I don't play the whole thing. But yeah, so he's talking about the direct energy weapons for a decade. All right, let's go. This is actually epic stuff. I'm going to put this in the show notes. Epic stuff. I don't know where you get these 9/11 revisionists. You got like literally infinite. Senator. All right. I don't know how to use senator on it. New Mexico senator. Yeah, that's interesting. There's New Mexico as well. That was the grad student in that telegram. All right. Let's continue further because we have a whole bunch of stuff. And the one video I do want to show is is the predictive programming for the One World Trade Center. The Gov has ChatGPT tech for decades now. Yeah, so my view is I think they used AI for their conspiracy planning. So like a lot of there's like a whole bunch of news happening, a whole bunch of predictive programming stuff happening, and it's like they probably organized it all with ChatGPT. So it's like it's beyond human comprehension. Corey is within firing distance within 2 massive satellite dishes on the roof. Has anyone brought this up before? What's the full sentence? Alright, the next one here. Okay, so yeah, Friday the 13th, 8th film may not be the one that says Jason Verhoeven was born on Trump's birthday. So if you've seen my giant thingy there, I actually tried to find it. It's hard to find, but I don't know why they would say that. So anyway, so this is Conspiracy Theorist says, I'll make it brighter. Okay, Conspiracy Theorist says, where in the 8th Friday the 13th movie do they say it? 1 second, just need some water. Okay, so right here it says, where in the 8th Friday the 13th movie do they say it? I've put myself through the 8th one and a couple of the others. I cannot find this dated or shown. And this is for my... Actually, I mentioned here when I was talking about Andrew Johnson. It says, where or when the 8th film was released on July 28th, 1989, according to Wiki. It says, yes, but have you watched it? I don't think his date of birth is in there. Or Jason Verhoeven. Oh, interesting. No, I haven't watched it. I'll have to do some digging. If it exists, it's important to find. There's probably more predictive programming in that movie. All right. So Friday the 13th, if you can find it somewhere, like where it says Trump's birthday, Jason Voorhees birthday, and then I think it's June 13th. Wikipedia says June 13th, but it's actually, yeah, it's supposed to be June 30th. So it says June 13th. Where does it say though? 13 June. Whoops. Okay, so it says June 13th, but it's not showing anything. So it's like, it's weird. So it says June 13th. Friday's June 13th, 1946. But where though? So if you can find the exact video that says it, it just doesn't. Okay, June 13th, 1946. His height, he became 6'8" when he was later. But anyways, if you go here, I think I have it. Voorhees. Whoops. Voorhees. Okay, where's the thumbnail? I made an epic thumbnail. I'll find it right here. Yeah, this is before I posted the thumbnails. And we will find it right here. Called Birthday Coincidences, Meta Thumbnails, and Friday 13th. Alright, so here is the, if you've seen my video, basically Friday, yeah, so Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees' birthday is supposed to be June 13th, 1946, and allegedly was in the 8th movie that they mentioned it, but they don't show it anywhere. But if you look at the calendar, there's no June 13th. It's a Thursday. I mean, it's not Friday, so it's actually, the Friday is on a blood moon, and that is Trump's birthday. So this is one of the most magical things ever. Okay, let's go here. See 9/11 revisionist. Okay, wake people up. Due in 1989, Panama invasion. 3 minutes. Yeah, we'll put that. Put that soon. Okay, so that was directed energy weapons. This one, I just want to see what should play. Okay, so we'll play that, and then we'll get to the Richard Hall court verdict. I gotta go. Thanks for this. See you next time. Love from Scotland. All right, have a good one. Frog Scotch. All right, and we'll play this one. This is Panama. Yeah, this is a pretty epic video here, Panama.
About 10 minutes after they've been speaking this surrender, surrender, we start to hear the helicopters start to bomb the quartel and start to use their laser ray and things like that. So we hit the ground.
It soon became clear that the objectives were not limited only to military targets. According to witnesses, many of the surrounding residential neighborhoods were deliberately attacked and destroyed.
And from there, the whole of Sharia went to nothing.
The Pentagon used Panama as a testing ground for newly developed high-tech weapons, such as the stealth fighter, the Apache attack helicopter, and laser-guided missiles. There are also reports that can't be explained, indicating the use of experimental and unknown weaponry.
Nosotros tenemos testimonio de personas combatientes que murieron.
We have testimony about combatants who died literally melted with their guns as a result of a laser. We know of automobiles that were cut in half by these lasers, of atrocities committed by weapons that fire poison darts which produce massive bleeding.
I think there's a high probability that there was a use of sophisticated weaponry merely to test it.
Ramsey Clark, former U.S. Attorney General, has conducted extensive research into the invasion.
Above all, though, there was a use beyond any conceivable necessity of just sheer firepower. Just an excessive use of force beyond any possible justification.
President Bush wanted to make certain that this was going to be a success. This was going to be his vindication, denial of the wimp factor in spades. So they sent down a force that wasn't going to encounter any effective resistance, would simply overwhelm the opposition, and the fact that it would cause tremendous peripheral damage to innocent civilians on a wide scale, was not of concern in the planning.
What we intended to do was to reduce collateral damage.
I don't know what that means.
Collateral damage? That means if the target is right here, you're trying not to have damage to other places. You're trying to have damage to a specific target because that's a military target, and you're trying to minimize damage outside of the military target. And they worked.
I had to mute it. Alright, sorry guys, I had to mute it. I'm back. Thank you, Paul Levels. Alright, going back here. Yeah, sorry about that. I was rambling. Yeah, so this was here. I sent this one here by 9/11 Revisionist, the Ike article. We'll get to that later. But this was an epic video, the Panama Deception. And I actually posted that a while ago. And this was a DUTEC right here, 1989. And this was actually shared from 9/11 Revisionist YouTube channel. Got deleted, his old one. So that's epic. Alright, so audio's back, guys. Let me know. I think, yeah, it should be back. I can see the thingy. And next setup. 2 plus 2 equals 5, now 4. What? Alright. Not G's on another level right now. Okay, I'm going to start closing some stuff here. And follow the next advice. So Richard Hall court verdict. We'll read this. We have a whole bunch of stuff to go through. Right here, I'm going to go and let's go to Richard Hall. Actually, let's go to Richard Hall, Rich Planet. So we go to Rich Planet, and if you've been following along, yeah, so he's been like taken to court for absolutely no reason, because you can't do videos, or you can't question just a violent event, alleged violent event, PSYOP. You can't question PSYOPs. So if you think PSYOP was fake, and if you say that, you get sued. and they wouldn't even, yeah, so right here, Richard Hall appeared at the court hearing on Monday, 29th January 2024. The hearing was to determine the outcome of the claimant's application to accept without question the official narrative of the Manchester bombing, and thus prevent me from presenting any evidence which challenges official narrative. Alright. 9/11 Revisionist says, I'm on my 3rd YouTube channel, never discuss a 9/11 plane issue on YouTube. Yeah. It's part of the thing is I gotta be very careful with the Mark Conlon one. I'll even considering just doing it on Rumble, the live stream. But I think we can get through it. you just got to put disclaimers everywhere, and because it's YouTube's guideline, you can't like question specifics. No, you can't say anyone XYZ didn't die. So, anyways, so you can't. The court trial was basically to go on with their defamation lawsuit, but without looking at any evidence that contradicts the official narrative. So it's like, what kind of world are we in? Okay. All right, and then so the judgment is here, High Court, right here. This is the Martin and Eve Herbert. Like apparently there was no evidence of them actually being there, and that's what he was trying to show, but they wouldn't let that show there. Anyways, conclusion: for these reasons, I find the defendant has not discharged the evidential burden which rests on him. He has no real prospect, indeed no prospect at all of success on the issues, and I will resolve them in the claimant's favor. Defendant's applications for third-party disclosure are also dismissed. So getting third-party disclosure for basically show to disclose the I think like the information or the photos, videos of the CCTV footage, and otherwise they weren't allowed to be disclosed either. So that was dismissed. And I will list the case for a further hearing to decide consequential orders, costs, and directions to take the claim forward to a determination. I invite the parties to submit a draft order reflecting the outcome of this hearing and a draft order for directions for future conduct. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it gets even sadder as we get to this. Yeah, so this is the world we live in. It's like absolute clown world. All right, so this is Richard Hall verdict, and the next one I was going to go over was Epic Extra on Toasted Cars, but actually I'll pass that and I'll go to this X-Conspiracy Clown Host podcast with Neil Sanders. And Neil Sanders was on Richard Hall's show many times to talk mind control, but now retweets hit pieces against Richard Hall. Absolutely pathetic. So if you go to this link right here, I was sent this by 9 Revisionist. For this person right here, so this guy has a decent following, 23,000. Some dared call it conspiracy. And he has this thread. He's obviously an agent. It looks like he's an absolute clown. He says, I believed in the NWO Illuminati Grand Conspiracy myth for 15 years. Now I debunk it on Some Dare podcast with Neil Sanders, C-pin thread. It's like, all right, this is absolutely ridiculous. Especially after COVID, no one in the world should be not a conspiracy theorist. Every single human after COVID, especially, there's no more, you have no more like leeway. You gotta be. So he says right here, I'm Brent Lee and I'm an ex-conspiracist. From 2003 to 2018, I was completely consumed by the world of conspiracism. I was a full-on conspiracy theorist. Kind of nonsense. Again, he has a... Anyways, going through, they did this in order to birth their new order through black magic. Lastly, I believe that these secret societies were mystery schools or cults which practice black magic and ritual sacrifice. I believe that terror attacks, mass shootings, and assassinations were occult rituals, mostly orchestrated through the intelligence services and committed by mind-controlled patsies. Well, this guy's giving us all the shortcuts. This guy knows all the answers. He's giving us the solution key. They did this in order to birth their new world order through black magic. That's literally what it is.
Former conspiracist of 15
All right, and they also have these epic threads. Like, how do you even make a yeah? So it's like how a typical person does not have these kind of level of thread making. Anyways, what changed his mind? Well, he's a psyop. But anyways, this guy I don't really care about. But he's with Neil Sanders, so he does a podcast with Neil Sanders. Okay, this is where it gets really, 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 really sad. All right, so Neil Sanders, he's with that anti-conspiracy guy Brent Lee. He's retweeting all this stuff, but he says mind control is a documented fact. So now he's talking about mind control, and so this guy did a whole bunch of books on mind control. So he's debunking conspiracies, but he says mind control is a documented fact, which is literally the biggest one. And he's talking about MK Ultra, etc. So what's the conspiracy? It's like only mind control is real, everything else not. So I think he might have been George Galloway, and blocked him on here. Couldn't handle me dismantling the 9/11 conspiracy theory tropes he was peddling to his audience. Okay, so anyways, this is Neil Sanders, and to show you why it's sad, if you go to Rich Planet right here, so Rich Planet is literally like fighting for his life. Okay. Okay, so if you go right here, so Rich Planet, if you go to his list of, show all his stuff, and you go to Neil Sanders, he literally has 13 shows of Neil Sanders. Neil Sanders, Wire Drugs, CIA media infiltration, mainstream propaganda, and now he's promoting the biggest propaganda ever. Was several part of an MI5 child sex entrapment project operation, etc. And he still has his, still believes in mind control. Agendas in a global elite. Ian Crane is a disinfo agent, though. He covers up 9/11. But anyways, and Neil Sanders, mind control programs, creating celebrities. And there's Neil Sanders right there. Let's go here. Just
into hypnosis as to what it can be used for.
Yep.
And it's pretty disturbing, folks.
So this guy right here.
Read this part here.
Anyway, so he's on his show like 13 or so times. Here's a thumbnail, and Richard Hall's promoting his books and so on. Now Richard Hall's literally fighting for his life off off that nonsense witch trial. And now if you go to Neil Sanders' Twitter, he's sharing a Rothschild stuff. No relation. All right, that's epic. And then he has it's been a while, so but he posts all the time. Okay, but he started retweeting. Let's see. I'm gonna keep going until I find the one about. Yeah, I think it's somewhere here. Yeah, this one right here. This is the Hibbert guy, and so Neil Sanders reposting this complete nonsense by the BBC. UK terror survivors tracked down by disaster trolls. And he's talking about Richard Hall. I reveal how conspiracy theorists claiming UK terror attacks have been staged are tracking down survivors. Tracking down? Well, they're doing journalism, asking them, "Hey, are you real or not?" Oh, it looks like my link. It was posted by Donnie Darkin under the David Icke thing that he posted. Okay, so I'll show that soon. Anyways, now a judge has claimed Manchester bombing didn't happen. It can't be used as defense against the survivors. The survivors are doing defamation case, and but the thing is, the judges won't even look at the evidence. So basically, you just accept it. And I think it's Richard Hall. This guy likely was injured before. So there's Richard Hall. Richard Hall has described how he physically tracks down survivors of the attack in which 22 people were killed. More than 100 people determined whether it was fake. What do you mean physically track? He just emails them. Hey, are you you want to interview or not? Doing journalism is called physically tracking. This is BBC is one of the worst crimes against humanity of all time, and they're funded by I think they're funded by the taxpayers too. Math easy, and this is Neil Sanders. Absolutely, I think he's mind controlled as well. Richard Hall gets targeted, Alex Jones style. Yeah, but regardless, this guy here. Okay, so I'll say something possibly unpopular here. Richard Hall has plenty of disinfo folks on Rich Planet, but not late. Well, not more lately. He pushed the 9/11, and then he kind of. Yeah, but I just don't know. Let's see. Richard Hall gets targeted. Yeah, no, I see that's possible angle as well. That's a possible angle. But anyways, nonetheless, this Neil Sanders guy. Attacking Richard Hall. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, this is a BBC. I think they're funded by... BBC funded by... yeah, funded by taxpayers. How much is it? Yeah, okay, so right here. BBC gets 6 billion USD from taxpayers to post... Yeah, so they get 6 billion, I think. Billions. Let's see. Funded. Funded. But anyways, 33 Taylor Street is in the background to the left of WTC with oversized dishes on the roof. Anyways, going back to things. So Richard Hall, I think he's legit. He's also read a couple of my emails on his channel. But the thing is, they are making an example of him. But the thing is, they're also literally doing it on YouTube. YouTube has deleted my whole Pizzagate videos because of their similar guidelines. Yeah, so yeah, that's the thing. So basically, Neil Sanders is either mind controlled. Like it doesn't make any sense. All right, so that was the court verdict right there, and I put it right here. Court, you guys put it there. All right, so now we covered that, and now we're gonna go to the next setup here. So we covered that. Okay, so Epic X thread on the toasted cars. Actually, going back to the thing, someone messaged right here, Neil Sanders. Yeah, Neil Sanders is ridiculous, yeah. Richard Hall, yeah, so until further notice, I think he's real deal. He was actually one of the ones I I woke up the most. He actually was when I woke up to 9/11, and then I saw all of his videos. It was pretty epic. It was like real journalism. The James Delling-Poll interview you did, yeah. Richard Hall is epic. But the thing is, you don't need to be disinfo agent to be like used as an example. Like they can literally go target a big person that's real, and then take him to the doghouse like Alex Jones. Like that whole setup. But okay, so there's the. Okay, someone said right here about the link. Okay, we'll go back to that link, Brent, right here. Okay, we'll go to Neil Sanders, and we're going to scroll to that David Icke one. Okay. David Icke, right here, new premium album. Yeah. Okay, where's the David Icke? Oh, where did it go? Yeah, you need to pay a TV license to get that stuff. No, but Richard Hall is the real deal. That's the thing. So you gotta be careful of calling anyone a disinfo agent. Like I have a good like Neil Sanders. Yeah, this is a weird one, and the other guy is like obviously disinfo agent. That the guy, the ex-conspiracist clown, and again he's going like semi-viral during COVID. All right, let's go to the next one here. Epic X thread right here. Let's close these stuff. I'm gonna start closing stuff. Okay. So yeah, if someone can find out when Trump or the Jason Voorhees are actually born, like the video or literally stating it, a movie, that'd be good. Okay, getting a message right here. Oh, this is David Icke. My Icke article with the first couple minutes of Dean Warwick Sesame linked to the justification. Richard Hall's YouTube was removed. So again, that's another thing. Is like, don't get your stuff removed. Like, just don't. So his YouTube's removed. So you're gonna have to go to his website. All his videos, you can go here. Yeah. He has Shiva. Oh, I didn't know he has Shiva. This is interesting. Did he actually? Yeah, Dr. Shiva guys. Yeah, this guy's yeah, this guy's questionable. Yeah, so I do think there's some questionable stuff there. Nick Hallstrom, etc. But again, 9/11 is a big one. So you can go here, all his videos. I haven't seen his latest ones. And then Chris Hampton, I got it from him. All right, let's see. Yeah, this is a David Icke one. David Icke was probably the first person to know that the towers turned to dust. So he says in his book, 2002 book, yeah, published 2002, Beam Weapons, and he says it's they have access to their secret science and the development of weapons and other technology that is far in advance of anything we see. And he mentions one example is an energy particle or beam weapon that fires an invisible laser or sound wave so powerful it can turn a building to dust. And has been noted by a number of observers that debris was turning to dust as it fell, and so on. And television evangelist Dr. Robert Schuller said, after visiting the site, there was not a single block of concrete in that rubble, some 425,000 cubic yards of concrete disintegrated. Epic stuff. Alright, and I think there was that Warwick one. How long is this? 7 minutes. Yeah, I still want to play too much because I have a bunch of stuff to keep going on. And there's a Dean Warwick one. Yeah, there's the Dean Warwick one. So he was saying that in the 70s, use of direct energy weapons to destroy buildings, even targets even buildings as long as the 1970s. And then he shortly died while presenting at 62, and he said he felt a beam or burning at the side of his head. So that's interesting. All right, let's see, 9/11 revisionist or someone else. Where does this message come from? Okay. All right, I got a message, and we will just continue further. And I'll put this in here for further, but anyways, oh man, I am still under the weather. The link you posted under the first post was interesting. Okay, so yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff trying to grab hold. If you can email me, guys, if there's something you need, and it's hard for me to follow, especially I gotta follow thing. Email me at contact@MES FM, similar to how Paul Loveless emailed me his Reddit getting banned. So we'll get to that soon. All right, let's just follow the order that I have because we still have decent stuff going on. All right, and we have 37 people. We're just like pumping up. And this is just a February day in February. Okay. Okay, but I do want to see that David Icke. Yes, if you could email me that David Icke post you said, that'd be interesting. And interestingly about David Icke, he was actually on the talk with Donnie Darkin. So if you go Icke, and Donnie Darkin got kicked out of David Icke's podcast, whatever, or the live space. So he says, here's my previous discussion with David Icke. Unfortunately, I was abruptly disconnected as a speaker towards the conclusion. Nonetheless, I find Mr. Icke's reply quite interesting as it only validates precisely the notion that I've been asserting about Hegelian dialect, etc. Yeah, he's promoting that fake awakening mumbo jumbo. But the thing is, again, David Icke covers up 9/11. It's like, once you do that, that's the litmus test. Okay, play the Dean Warwick link. You missed it. Okay, so go to the Dean Warwick. But again, 9/11, I have a bunch of stuff to go through. I don't want to be 2 hours on this. Which one is the Dean Warwick? And just how long is it? Which one is the Dean Warwick one? This one?
And there's a quick little analogy.
Is this the one, or is it Dean Warwick?
So based on that,
Except would have ruptured.
Where's the Dean Warwick one? Where's interview in the link? I know, but what am I playing? Where is the Dean Warwick? Like, where do I... Warwick. Oh, first 10 minutes. That's a bit long. But yeah, we have... I think I
Hello
had...
there. My name's Dave Starbuck, and welcome to another presentation from Revelation Tapes. By and large, most whistleblowers prefer to keep a very low profile, especially if there's been attempts on their lives, like some of the people I've interviewed. This, of course, is quite understandable. However, certain whistleblowers don't mind stepping center stage, so to speak. And one such man, a former intelligence insider, born in New Zealand, now residing in Scotland, has no qualms about going public. His name is Dean Warwick, and he has a very interesting story to tell. So, without further ado, we'll go to Dean Warwick in Scotland. Right, good evening, Dean, and first of all, welcome to Revelation Tapes and agreeing to this interview. Now, before we get down to the nitty-gritty, I wonder if you'd be kind enough to tell my listeners a little bit about yourself, your background, and how you became involved with what you did and so on.
Well, I think that begins right back soon after when I was born. My grandfather was a very close friend and had a lot to do with my upbringing along with my parents. My grandfather was the secretary of the New Zealand Justice Department and Prisoners Paroles Board. He was a 19-20-degree Mason. He was not keen on certain aspects of Masonry, although he admitted...
Oh, this is a Freemason. Is his grandpa or his dad? That's interesting. I have to play that again. Where's the Freemason? How do I get a real video? Okay. Yeah, I don't like that setup there. Where's the full video? Full audio.
Hello there. My name's Dave Starbuck, and welcome to another...
That and the other thing was destroying in first-hand board. He was a 19-20-degree Mason.
A 19-20-degree Mason?
He was tiny when I was born. My grandfather was a very close friend and had a lot to do with my upbringing along with my parents. My grandfather was the secretary of the New Zealand Justice Department and Prisoners Paroles Board. He was a 19-20-degree Mason. He was not keen on certain aspects of Masonry, although he admitted it had to be a part of his life. He studied Chinese detection and became world-renowned for it. Could take people from a crowd and put tails on them, which was done regularly, well known to me as a child, being first-hand evidencing these events. He told me something as he was dying. He had cancer, and I spent a lot of time with him. I was about 15, and he said that later on in life, I would learn something which he couldn't divulge to me, something that would practically destroy me. And I am quite convinced I do know what it is that he was talking about, and it is truly horrifying. It has not been made public. I have yet to see, read, or hear anywhere of evidence of that which I have learned of and have many confirming reports from police around the UK and from church groups that I was mixed with in the United States before coming to the UK. I was drafted into the New Zealand Army. I topped every course during my officer's training preparation for Vietnam. I was taught how to bring down the Twin Towers using nothing but infrasound.
Really?
We were made to study the experiments by the Russians, the Americans, and the British in the late 50s.
Yeah, so hear that? He says that he was turning the towers to dust using sound. Okay, but this is 2006 though. That's pretty ridiculous. Let's go back a bit. I just don't like how these videos are hard to.
The experiments by the Russians, Vietnam. I was taught how to bring down the Twin Towers using nothing but infrasound.
Really?
We were made to study.
Okay, no, that's epic stuff. I'm gonna put this in here. But anyways, we have to. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I put that in there. No, that's epic link there. And I think you sent a voice note. Another version. Should I play it or no? You guys, okay, I'm gonna continue. Where is the directed energy weapons? Probably in this setup. 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's go. Warwick. Freemason Grandpa. Yeah, so that was 1950s that he was talking about, but in 2006 was the interview. He said infrasound. I think he said infrasound. Let's play it again. Oops, go back. It's hard to move.
Vietnam. I was taught how to bring down the Twin Towers using nothing but infrasound.
Yeah, I think he said infrasound. And also, right here, okay, Christopher Jung says, hi to y'all, another hot stream, glad the tat was just a prop. We'll see. I should get it full on, okay. And then we'll play this again.
Really?
We were made to study the experiments by the Russians, the Americans, and the British in the late 50s.
In the late 50s?
Late 50s, this was mid-60s when I was in the military, but here were these joint maneuvers being undertaken in the late 50s by these three superpowers then in the Eastern Bloc, bringing down 25-story buildings using nothing but sound wave infrasound.
Good heavens.
And I did discuss this recent years with a Professor Francie, who remarked, and don't, this, that, and the other thing with respect to that 9/11 fast that we saw. And of course, we all know that Michael Meacher, who was a cabinet minister, was removed from office because he publicized the fact that he had read word for word what was to happen to the Twin Towers 3 years before the event.
3 years before the event?
3 years before the event. It was a well-planned thing. It was a well-known thing as a civil and structural engineer, and I have teaching instruments, postgraduate universities, polytechs around the world in my research into certain aspects of engineering, that is, and I knew that there was a calling many years before that the Twin Towers would have to be, should be demolished, which was an engineering facet to the overall game here. And what people do not understand when it comes to New York is the New York Port Authority demand that any building erected in New York must be able to be brought down within its own footprint. In other words, we don't want a 50-story building falling sideways.
Sideways, no, not at all.
Terrible damage. Now, there is something with the Twin Towers which many people have not picked up on. Apart from the films that we have seen, and we see, for example, or we didn't see for 6 months, we saw nothing of the second Twin Towers building being hit on its face. And I was suspicious about this, thinking there was something they don't want us to know. Then we were told there was to be this screening of this bit of footage showing the plane actually striking the face, and I made a point of seeing it. I sat in front of the television, I saw the plane strike, and I put my head in my hands and I said, "Oh, you bastards, you bloody did it, all right." Talk about some...
Oops. Yeah, whoops, I wanted to play the video while he talks, but I guess can't do that. Warwick. Okay, let's go back to that audio. That was pretty epic stuff to play.
Muslims taking over planes, etc. Forget it. I couldn't establish and prove that with the first Twin Towers building, but certainly with the second. And what I saw was as the plane struck, or the hologram presentation of a plane when it was really a pod that struck, was that the actual structure, the material making up the external skin, each section weighing around 40 tons, it behaved exactly the way it should have done had it been influenced by infrasound, which is what I witnessed with the training that I was doing in the mid-60s, watching what the Brits, the Russians, and the Americans had been doing in Eastern Europe back in the late 50s. So I don't believe much of what is 9/11. The other thing with 9/11, which very few people, well, in fact, again, I haven't seen anything spoken of publicly about this, but there is a building, and about 15-20 stories up off the ground, if you get a look at it, you will see that the corner of this building, which is way distant from the Twin Towers positioning, 3 of its floors are torn apart on the corner. Now, there was no way that material from the Twin Towers could have flown out and struck that building.
Not at all.
So, in my discussions, arguments with Professor Francie, I said that as far as I was concerned, that infrasound influence upon those buildings was satellite-based. And of course, his remark to me was, well, how could that be, Dean? He said, we couldn't have anything from space coming in by way of sound wave, infrasound or anything. I said, yeah, but it could be electromagnetic, and then it's transposing itself as it gets within our atmosphere. The thing here to understand is that people don't appreciate the only thing that travels through space. Light, there's no such thing as light from the sun. It's electromagnetic radiation. And in the event of light, for example, it's when that electromagnetic radiation enters the atmosphere of the Earth, it agitates the gas, and that is daylight. There's no such thing as light from the sun, and that's how, for example, we don't have to look at photographs and analyze them of Aldrin and Armstrong walking on the moon. We know they didn't take photographs on the moon because there's no such thing as light on the moon. We see the moon because we see a reflection of the electromagnetic field striking boulders, craters and mountains, and comes back down into our atmosphere, where it is then lit up and becomes like going to the cinema. Anyway, with respect to the Twin Towers event, something other than conventional thinking would have to have applied, but this building is the telltale that that was not struck by debris from one of the Twin Towers, and so what influenced it to be broken apart? And the thinking for me was that it had to have been some form of infrasound that was played on a large area in which the Twin Towers occupied. And Professor Francie was quite taken with that idea, went along with it, although one hasn't ever had the opportunity of proving such. As I said, served my time in New Zealand Army. I was a crack shot with any hand weapon. I equaled top shot out of 8,500, and as such, I'm in a position to say that irrespective of argument that's put forward, there is no way that Oswald could have cocked his rifle, shouldered it,
Alright, now something about Oswald and so on. So that's that. Yeah, that's epic stuff there. Thanks for that 9/11 revisionist. That's like literally unlimited info. And then yeah, so the full interview is here. You can search Warwick in my channel, where you can go and yeah, you can go right here. But I have the download one. It's really better. Just use that one there. Building didn't really fall. There are problems with this concept of sound waves being used to generate molecular dissociation, but it never hurts to concede these possibilities. Yeah. So again, the exact signs of it. Yeah, Warwick may be off from it because again, he's discussing things that is classified technology. So what they actually did is probably even more advanced than what he was saying. But the thing is, 2006, and he's talking about it, about something like that. Okay. All right. So Paul Lovis is breaking the code right now. He's breaking the 9/11 directed energy weapon code. Okay, let's go further. And the next setup here, we went through. Let's try to get everything in. Ball lightning, sorcerer, and Diablo video. Yeah, that's a video game. Okay, that's for another one. Okay, so Futurama. We're gonna do some predictive programming, and then we'll get to the Reddit deleting, and we'll get to Scott Myers and so on. And John Alexander on a YouTube channel discusses such an effect. Yeah, we have a whole bunch of stuff here actually. Okay, we'll try to. I'm gonna power through. Link for MES Twitter. Again, you can go everything you want to find. You go to MES links. Whoops. And everything's there. You go to MES links, and then you have everything there. You don't see Twitter, X. You just go to X, and there's X. So you just go. Everything is on MES links. All my 9/11 stuff. Stuff right here, Pizzagate, so on, blockchain, debunking flat Earth, and so on. Everything there. All right, so this is epic stuff, and we're gonna go through, and yeah, we have a lot of stuff, so I'm gonna power through, so I may ignore a bunch of comments. Okay. The next setup, Futurama, 9/11 do, predictive programming, and second attack on the WTC, and we're gonna skip a bunch of these, and we'll get back to them. And we'll get to that soon. Okay, One World Trade Center predictive programming. And we'll go here. Okay, this one is getting a bit like next level here. This is predictive programming. Okay, so Futurama was created by Simpsons creator Matt Groening. So Simpsons literally spin-off. And the first episode was aired on March 28th. 1999, and was titled Space Pilot 3000 as a pun of 2001 A Space Odyssey. And the first episode involved Fry accidentally falling in a cryogenic freezing pod on exactly New Year's Day, January 1st, 2000, and for 1,000 years. The show is set in New York City, and in the background while it's frozen, NYC gets attacked by UFOs with dew. Okay, so this is literally the cover. There's 9/11 in the back. That's literally 9/11. And he's in it, and then there's the UFOs attacking. There's the one of the Twin Towers, and here's the video. Yeah, all right, and and I got this from so people are actually being frozen here in hopes of being resurrected in the future, just like the show Futurama. So these are there are currently hundreds of deceased people in the U.S., including baseball legend Ted Williams, whose bodies are being frozen in liquid nitrogen in the hope that future technology will be able to revive them. All right, so people trying to live forever. Right, John Doe is replying. Okay, right here, and then now we're gonna play this. Here's the full one. So Fry, the main character, at New Year's he goes into that cryogenic building, and then he accidentally falls in. Alright, so he falls in. I just want to show the part. Yeah, so here's the full one. Okay, so there's the New York City. And then he's gonna get dude right here. Yeah. Okay. So they attack it once. They rebuild. And look at that's the okay. That looks like the One World Trade Center actually. Okay, that's the first one that gets attacked. Whoops. Why does it go back so far? Why did it go back so far? Okay. Okay, so the next one. Okay. Yeah. This kind of looks like the One World Trade Center. Look at it. Okay, it gets attacked again. Alright, and then it rebuilds and so on, and he wakes up. Let's just see when he wakes up. So then it gets rebuilt much bigger in a year 3000. Alright, so he's in the future. And now that brings us a number. The WTC was attacked twice in this video. Okay, and now this one just released, and I just saw it before this live stream. This is on this channel, LXXVIII, and as Venus Temporaries. And this is a bit absolutely mind-boggling. So if you've seen the 9/11 predictive programming for that Back to the Future movie, it wasn't just Twin Towers, but they also do the One World Trade Center also getting taken down. So this is video I highly recommend watching all 32 minutes. So One World Trade Center predictive programming. Let's play some of this.
The building is firmly here, although there are, of course, safety concerns. This is still a tempting terror target. This new building has a core made of concrete that...
Here we said a tempting terror target.
Tempting terror target. This new building has a core made of concrete that is 7 times stronger than the concrete you find in the sidewalk. And the elevator banks and stairwells are within that core, so if the building is hit, people on the upper floors should be able to get out safely.
So if the building is hit, okay, keep that in mind. And I will play some of this. This is absolutely mind-boggling. One World predictive programming right here. Yeah, this is great. Watch Methyl Miner. Yeah, this one is it's next level. Okay, so this one right here. So he goes Twin Pines, and then right when he gets there is when it becomes 116. So it wasn't there, it was 115 a.m. Flip it over, it's 9/11. Twin Pines. And I actually saw this movie recently. This is pretty epic. Yeah, so that's 9/11. That's Twin Pines. And then in the movie, they actually have a terrorist attack. Right at that parking lot.
Please note that Einstein's clock is in precise synchronization with my control watch.
Right, check.
There's 2 9/11s.
Yeah.
Not just one. When I saw the movie, I had no idea. I didn't realize that they actually had a terrorist attack in this movie. Like, this is ridiculous.
Oh my God. They found me. I don't know how, but they found me. Look hard, Marty!
Like, when I saw the movie, the terror attack seemed just so out of place. Like, it's a movie about time travel, and there's a random terrorist attack in a parking lot. Yeah, at the Twin Pines. And then he crashes right into the building, or this object. Alright. And then they go back into, like, apparently it repeats somehow, and then he goes back to Lone Pine. So that's the same thing, but now instead of Twin Pines, Lone Pine is 133. Add those up is 16. So that might be a July, and then flip it upside down, September 1st, or July 1st. Actually, no, or June 1st. So anyways, September 1st, June 1st. That's one Lone Pine Mall. And it's the same thing. At 134, okay, interesting. That does up to 7, so yeah, July 1st maybe. Same events, exact same place. Only it's changed to Lone Pine. That's the only thing they changed. There was no reason for it to change that in the movie. And then they crash in there as well. Alright, and then going further, yeah, so it does that. There's some other in here that literally have the One World Trade, and then there's like a plane flying through. Where's the plane? I just want to find the plane one. Where's the... Okay, One World... Okay, this one here. Okay, here's one of them. This was, I forgot what the movie is. It might be called Demolition or something. Okay.
I like order. It somehow soothes me.
There's the One World Trade. There's a plane going right into it.
Even in the stressful world.
Yeah, so I highly recommend watching this. This is like mind-boggling. Okay, so that was that. And let's see let's just continue our predictive programming setup. And then okay, Philips ad. Okay, so the Philips one is pretty mind-boggling as well. Philips. Okay, so this Philips ad. And this one here is by the channel That's Life But Not As You Know It, and it has a Philips ad, and they literally show like a jet with a camera, and then there's like a toy model of the 911, and there's the striking. It's 1996. All right, and then there's another plane in there. We could play it a tiny bit. Let's go here.
Pictures so real, you won't believe your eyes. Dolby Prologic surround sound, so exciting your eyes won't believe your ears. Ultimate home cinema televisions from Philips, including 100 Hz flicker-free pictures.
It's a plane going right at it.
Philips, let's make things better.
All right, and yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. All right, and also speaking of that avalanche earlier, I went skiing first time ever, indoor. I've never even skied before, and I got pro. So I got skiing in the Matrix. This is epic stuff. This is so fun. And then I started jumping too. Let's see if I jumped. Okay, I almost fell there, but let me see the. Okay, let's go speed up and then I start jumping. Yeah, so this is it's actually just a wet carpet, and it just goes up. It's like a giant treadmill. All right, and let's continue further in our journey. We have a whole bunch. So we're in the predictive programming. Okay, so we're gonna go look at this one here. I have this scheduled. This one is absolutely ridiculous right here. Okay, this is from 9/11 Revisionist as well. 9/11 Revisionist has probably the biggest like collection of videos ever made. All right, we go here, and okay, that's some missing bolts. This right here. Okay, this one here, the Bok Tower. There's the links here. Bok Tower. At the center of the universe, like you hear audio there, and there's artificial cloud. Okay, he has all the links there. Let's see these. Play this.
One thing all Tulsans love to talk about is the center of the universe. Here it is. It's seen better days, but if you don't know, it's an acoustic anomaly that you stand in the middle. You can hear a voice echoing back at you. I don't know if that's going to come out through the microphone or not. It kind of sounds like there's a glass jar over the top of you. It's pretty strange. What I want to talk about, when you're at the center of the universe, there is the BOK Tower just beyond it. It was built in 1974, and it was built by the same architectural firm that made the Twin Towers. As you can see, it is visually very similar, on a much smaller scale, of course. Well, in 1991, at Mayfest, they revealed this piece of art right here. It's called Artificial Cloud. If you line up with the installation, it lines up with the very Twin Towers looking building. Get up close. Some really disturbing things. It's interesting, not gonna lie. It's got these shackles on it, which is meant to be a statement about Tulsa's racist past. And it's meant to be put on the dividing line between North Tulsa and South Tulsa, the racial dividing line. But if you look at the tower, or the art installation, get the freaking sun on my eyes, there you go. You can see it's covered in bodies. I can't see a damn thing. Some are dismembered, some are whole. And if you go around to the back side, there's another shackle. You can see it's covered in planes.
All right.
It's 4 bodies, a down arrow, a bunch of planes that are organized and descend into chaos. Not sure how that says anything about racism, but it being right in front of a Twin Tower copycat is pretty fucking strange to me.
All right, that's pretty ridiculous. That's literally a miniature Twin Tower, one of them, artificial cloud, Hurricane Aaron, and you got the planes, and you got a bunch of dismembered bodies. Also, methyl miner's going. Have a good one. Nice stream. Let's go. Okay, so the next setup. So that's Buck Tower. Yeah, it's literally the World Trade Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma as well. Interesting. I'll see the Oklahoma City bombing. Where was that? Oklahoma City bombing wiki. Alright, I will... Oklahoma City bombing, and this was at the Alfred Building. I'm gonna click, or just the coordinates, and open a Google Maps. Open a Google Maps, and let's just click it. And then directions. We're going to directions to that building right there. It's an 11-hour drive. Okay, so it's pretty far, but it's semi-decently close there. Oh, that's a bike ride. Never mind. It's 1 hour drive. Yeah, it's a 1 hour drive. It's literally right next to the Oklahoma City. All right. Okay, so the next setup is this is Clock Tower. Yeah, and that's Center of Universe. This is literally the WDC. Okay, uncovering, and this is Center of Universe. Here a bunch of random audio, and so that's interesting. It's getting a bunch of messages. Okay, why? How do I like mute these? Mute. Mute tab. Okay, let's go with the next setup. Close this. Let's see how much we have going. Let's try to end. Yeah, let's see the time. We've gotten how many minutes? 1 hour 47 minutes, and let's power through this stuff here. Now, Visionist, emailing everyone that brings on Disinfo Agent Richard Gage AL. Yeah, so I've seen some of your emails. It's epic going after every single person that they have on the show. Just keep that up. And if you have a post about that, I'll share it. Let me know. All right, so let's go back here. So the next setup here, and I'll show you Paul Loveless, the Reddit getting banned. You're getting banned from it. Yeah, I got banned from Reddit, and interesting. Coincidentally, or like synchronistically, I was actually trying to upload on 3Speak video of my getting banned off Reddit, but it wouldn't do it. Okay, let's go wrong one. Let's go MES links. I MES links right here. So if I go Hive links, and then if I go, so I got banned from Reddit early on. So that's what I got banned from the R911 Truth. So I made R911 Truth MES. So I have a bunch of spam there. People just spam me if you mention do, etc. So I have a video there. You could watch that. And then so recently, my Melissa Dow video went viral. Let's see, go back here. So my Melissa Dow video going viral on Reddit, and MES getting slandered in the comments. Wow. And then MES breaking through the mainstream consciousness. No, that's pretty epic. So these are a bunch of normies, and they shared my video. 143 likes 5 days ago. So I'm banned for 7 days. I should get back. And I replied to them. They still wouldn't get me on right away. But anyways, no hate speech, and do not post conspiracy theories. This subreddit is dedicated to archiving 9/11 content. This does not include conspiracy theories. But anyways, I have the best Melissa Dow video in the world, like literally. And then so they shared it, and it went pretty viral. Anyways, and then this person started. Some of them liked it, etc. And it says awful, and then someone, I think they remove everyone else. Is there a link to, oh yeah, this guy right here, Maduro. Yeah, so this guy's lying about me. So he says, is there a link to this audio that isn't from a conspiracy theorist? It says alleged fire. I never said alleged fire. And the original poster said, I don't know if any other. The guy who put this together sounds like he's stirring up nonsense. So it's like he has to distance himself from this epic video I made. Like, okay, anyways. So I replied to these guys. And then this guy, we shouldn't be giving that guy clicks. Alleged plane, alleged fire. Well, I said alleged plane, yeah, but not alleged fire. I never said, I said alleged inferno. Did they remove everything of mine? Let's see. Okay, and then this guy that says alleged fire. Okay, so I'm muted. Let's see if I can expand it. Oh yeah, so okay, let's go right here. Where did they replay? They like muted everything I said. Let's see. Alleged fire. So I never said that. I said alleged flaming inferno since there were barely any fires throughout. Even the firefighters inside the impact zone said the same thing. So I'm getting a bunch of downvotes literally in Normieville. And this guy's, I'll try to make a video and cut out his voice hate truthers. So you like liars? Again, I said, again, stop lying. I said alleged flaming inferno. This, I think I was replying to this guy, one of the guys. This guy, or another guy. Alleged flaming inferno and not alleged fire. There were barely any fires throughout. Even the firefighters inside the impact zone said the same thing. And this is a Reality Access video. I just sent a link to it. Anyway, so I'm just replying to literally people slandering me. And then I replied to the main original posters. I said, all links to audio I used in the video are included in the video description. P.S. I'm not stirring nonsense. And I get like constant downvotes. Like, who are these people? They're sharing my video, which is allowed on there for some reason. Because it's an epic video. Anyways, and then I replied to that guy. I made that video and I have never said alleged fire. Stop lying. I said alleged flaming inferno. Even the firefighters inside the impact zone with 1 minute left until the South Towers fall say there were barely any fires. He says, bye-bye now. Head back to Fantasyland and tell the unicorns we said to F you. F off. And he's, oh no, he found this guy. Oh no, he found us. Like, these guys are... Okay, I'm down with it. Oh no, he found us. Quickly bought. Silence him before he lets the truth out. Restrict his comments once every 7 minutes. Well, restricted by once every 7 days. And ban his account before he wake up the sheep. But interestingly, this guy, he may have gotten waken up from my replies. Because look, initially he's being sarcastic. Oh no, he found us. Quickly follow bot. Silence him before he lets the truth come out. Restrict his comments to once every 10 minutes. And ban his account before he can wake the sheep from undercover plot to turn the towers to dust using free energy. Anyways. And he says, wait, before you're banned, did you say she was a victim of some kind of government weapon? I said, yes. So I'm replying to people. And then the comments, so I replied to the mods. Right here. Like, where's the chat? What in the world is this? Okay, this one here, messages. Guys, go to the messages. So I can't reply to people right now. I'm banned for 7 days. Okay, and messages... Okay, so this guy says, yes, I was banned. You've been banned from participating in 9/11 archive for 7 days because you broke this community's rules. And I said, what is the reason for temporary ban? I've just replied to people asking me questions / mocking me. He says, posting conspiracy theories. And I said, I'm just replying to people asking me directly since I made the video shared by the OP. Besides replying to questions, I haven't posted anything else on your Reddit. And he says, you were saying 9/11 was caused by darker energy weapon. Yes, but it was in response to people asking me directly about it. And I put a screenshot of it. Like, the guy's literally asking me. Was she a victim of a government weapon? I said yes. Like, you can't even reply to people. Anyways, it's a bunch of soft padded playroom right here. And I said yes, the towers, including steel, concrete, and even people literally turn to dust, leaving very little rubble. This before and after images is before Building 7 fell, and the rubble is mainly ground level. And here's a video compilation of 900 foot of the tower, North Tower's core columns literally turned to dust. So nobody's actually tried to refute anything I said. Yeah, this thing about the Melissa Dow video is a reminder of the sheer amount of work you have done. I mean, it's unreal. Yeah, and Alice is breaking through these normies here. And he says, you need therapy. They're real people. I can't reply to this guy. This guy can't even, like, read people who died. Obviously, the alleged fire, it's like he's just ignoring what I said. Read my comments. I'm saying, yeah, people died. Not the way, not by jet fuel. Physics of how this happened is easily explained and studied in engineering. No, it's not. If you say anything, you're going to be banned and fired. And nobody actually looks at the evidence. I can't even reply to this. All I can do is downvote. Anyways, going right here. None of the truth. I'm not giving this C a single view. Thank you. Look, these guys are literally having a meltdown. And then, did they remove here? Someone, I think I woke up that Hannibal guy. Because he didn't reply anymore. And okay, this guy right here. So this is one of the strangest YouTube channels I've ever seen. It looks like they do a ton of math videos, but also do crazy 9/11 conspiracy videos and occult videos. This guy alleges they used free energy to bring the towers what? And it said, yes, do was used to turn towers to dust. Believe your own eyes instead of ignoring evidence. And I posted a link to the Spire video. And there's a static interference. So it's literally turning to dust. Like, I don't understand what is going on. It's turning to dust. Does anyone not care? Like, do people not care about, like, just epic stuff? Like, okay, and it says, and I said, do was used. And he said, what is do? And how can I find the radius of a circle with only its circumference? I said, do equals directed energy weapons. I'm going to read the whole thing. This is pretty epic. Do equals directed energy weapon. 9/11 involved advanced cold do, unlike any publicly known. The towers were literally turned to dust. Here's a before and after image of the Twin Towers. Building 7 is in the background before it fell. And the rubble is mainly ground level, and I said the answer is circumference. And circumference equals pi times 2r, or r equals to circumference divided by 2 pi. Anyways, so I posted this image, the before and after, which is literally just irrefutable. There's the towers, and they're gone. Okay? It's like, what more do you need? All right, going further. And I also said, here's the table showing cold dew fitting all the evidence of 9/11. Oh yeah, this is just as Ori Palmer and Ronald Bucca about the conditions inside the South Tower. Yeah, 2 minutes. Yeah, they literally were wondering where's the fire. But this cold dew fits everything. Again, dustification is the big one. Going further. Okay, thank you. How was the government able to use dew in public without anyone realizing, and how can any find the derivative of an exponential function? I said some people did realize it right away. The initial news reports had George Stephanopoulos say the towers evaporated, and I linked to this evaporation. So it's like, it's all public. There's people have started using their brain and contradicting the official narrative. That's the hard part, contradicting authority.
Towers used to stand, there is surprisingly so little rubble. Where did all the rubble go?
It's a very good question, Peter, and I have asked some people who've been doing some of the rescue and recovery work this morning. If you look behind me, you can see the very remains, the skeletal remains of the World Trade Center. And one volunteer, Robert Gerlinski, explained to me the reason there's so little rubble is that all of it simply fell down into the ground and was pulverized, evaporated.
All right, so it was evaporated, guys. So initial news report said it evaporated. And then going further, he said, then also explain his derivative exponential function. So if y equals e to the x, then derivative is itself. That's the key about, that's why the number e is special. Derivative is by itself, so you can basically simplify everything. Anyway, it says, thanks. Why do you think people believe the narrative that the jet fuel took down the towers then? And how do I multiply matrices? I said, belief systems are powerful, and here's my video on matrix multiplication. So you can multiply a matrix right here. So it's pretty entertaining comment. He said, thanks so much. If the Twin Tower, if the towers and people were inside to turn to dust, why were bodies and office supplies and items found in the wreckage, and how can I find the length of a vector? So this one right here is interesting. So I reply here, most of the towers, people, and office supplies were turned to dust, not 100%. Yeah, not all of them. There was only, there was also just one filing cabinet of the estimated 45,000. Many of the bodies were turned to such fine dust that to this day there are still over 1,000 people that can't be identified by DNA analysis. So you go click this archive here. Okay. Going further, yeah, and also it says 16 survivors directly inside the central core columns of the North Tower walked away relatively unscathed. They weren't crushed as the towers literally turned to dust above them. And there's a link to the 16 survivors video I uploaded, and also he says vector, and then also here's a vector length tutorial. Here you can learn about how vectors are made. Anyways, here. New DNA technology identifies 2 more 9/11 victims, paving the way for more answers. This is December 9th, 2021. So 1,000 people are still not identified. Like, that's unreal. It literally turned to dust. And then here's a vector length of magnitude, and I get the vector length using pretty much Pythagorean theorem in 3D. All right, so that's epic stuff. Continue further. Okay, and then I said continue this thread. So I replied there, but that comment's actually deleted by Reddit. Only I could see it. And then I also reply, also do here. Here's a quote from firefighter Joe Casaligi, or Casaligi. This one right here on YouTube. You have 210-story office buildings. You don't find a desk. You don't find a chair. You don't find a telephone, a computer. The biggest piece of a telephone I found was half of a keypad. The building collapsed to dust. And this is an epic one.
You have 210-story office buildings. You don't find a desk. You don't find a chair. You don't find a telephone, a computer. The biggest piece of a telephone I found was half of the keypad, and it was about this big. the building collapsed to dust.
Like, yeah, this is like just mind-boggling and irrefutable. And then he says, how do you explain the bodies then? There were even survivors. Also, I need to know how to find length effector. And I said, read my earlier comment. He says it was deleted. So the one I read earlier, this giant one, was deleted. But it doesn't say it's deleted for me. So I edited it 4 days ago. It doesn't say it's deleted. Then he says, right here, it says it's deleted. Interesting, you're right. It shows for me, but it shows it's deleted when I archive it. So if I click my archive right here, if I go and click this archive page, I have this little extension. It archives it. It shows right here. Right here. Oh, I already have it archived here. So that giant one, I said it was removed. So thanks so much. If the towers and people were turned to dust, why are their bodies? So I literally removed, but it doesn't tell me. So I was literally shadow banned. Like, it's straight up shadow banned. Interesting, you're right. And I says, so it's deleted, and here's a screenshot, and here's a text. And I put a paste bin. Obviously, I did a screenshot, and there's a screenshot, and there's a paste bin where you can go and see all the stuff. There's a paste bin I did. Paste bin, you can just paste text and share it. So that's epic stuff, guys. This is like surreal. All right, and that brings me to, yeah, Paul Lovelace sent this stuff. How do I move it? Open with, okay, I'm going to just share this. Okay, so let's see here. Crazy effing videos on Reddit. This is it says, so airplanes most certainly struck the buildings, but airplanes do not cause, this is Ohio Confidential. I believe this is Paul Lovelace. But airplanes do not cause the buildings to collapse, nor did fire. The buildings turned to dust as they fell. There was an unseen force at play on that sad day. 210-story buildings fell, yet 16 people survived in stairwell B, and one could see sunlight moments after 100 stories fell on them. I submit that some sort of energy weapon was used to take the buildings down. Well, you had me until energy weapon. If everything made sense to you until you read energy weapon, I'm happy to hear your thoughts on what mechanism was used to make the building turn to dust as they fell. In 2001, they were using energy weapons. Who is they? That is the major question. I believe 9/11 was a mass sacrifice, a ritual using advanced tech by cabal elites or otherwise powerful people. Lost me again. And this guy says, keep smoking whatever that is, maybe pass around. All right, so they don't want to discuss it. And then crazy effing videos. Ohio Confidential is permanently banned from crazy effing videos. Advanced tech by a cabal of elites, otherwise powerful people. In no way am I denying 9/11. I used the word belief when stating my beliefs. I am questioning the narrative. In no way am I denying the event. Please reconsider my ban or perhaps change it to temporary status. Questioning. Hi, can someone please respond? I truly do not understand how my comment about 9/11 violated rules. Weird 2004 conspiracy theories are not in keeping with the sub. They make the experience boring for our users, and we remove publishing rights from accounts which spam them. I understand. However, I only posted one time in that thread. I do admit that I have posted similar responses to other 9/11 posts. Acknowledging that I should not continue to make comments. May I have my posting rights restored? Okay, we will unban you, but please do not post stuff like this again. Understand. I agree to not post like this again. All right. And then let's see. This is more. Hello, you have been permanently banned. Oh, permanently now, because your comment violates this community's rules. You won't be able to post or comment, but you can still view and subscribe it for the moderators. If you have a question regarding your ban, you can contact the moderator by replying to this message. Reminder from moderator: if you use another account to circumnavigate. Hi, I was banned for the comment. Who is they? That is the major question. I believe 9/11 was a mass sacrifice or ritual using, and in no way am I denying events. Is this the second one? Okay, that was the second screenshot. All right, I think that's going back. And then this one is, yeah. That's epic stuff. All right, so at least you got unbanned. I'm still temporarily banned. And I'm just replying to people's stuff. Okay, another version says, yeah, guys, show up to the 9/11 war room, and yeah, give them a run for their money. All right, next setup here, and okay, the next one we did this. Okay, Scott Myers one. This is the guy who filmed one of the second alleged plane. Okay, so yeah, Paul was sorry repeated two pictures. No worries, that was epic stuff. Okay, so this one right here, I just want to make a note. So Scott Myers got sent by well, I don't want to say, I don't want to give your name out of it because he kind of said in the email he didn't want to give away. But this is from the Gab account Casimir Rules, but also because I don't want to get banned. So I gotta be careful about this stuff. So if you go, so basically, harassment and cyberbullying. YouTube has a guideline that got my YouTube, my Pizzagate videos all removed and my channel almost deleted. Basically, targeting. This is called targeting an individual. That's also why Richard Hall is also like getting like court order after him. right here, targeting an individual and making claims that they are involved in human trafficking in the context of a harmful conspiracy theory where the conspiracy is linked to direct threats or violent acts. So that was specific to conspiracy one, but however, this is a mass event, I think. Mass event. Violent. Violent acts. I think there's something like that. Violent events. Actually, I think that was an old one. Okay, let's just YouTube guideline. Victims of violent events. I think they're treated as like LGBTQ, etc. minority. Okay, so it's considered a hate speech and a violent event. So it's basically, yeah. So right here, so they consider like people like if they're victims. So hate speech is not allowed on YouTube. We remove content promoting violence or hatred against individuals or groups based on any of the following attributes: age, caste, disability, ethnicity, gender identity, nationality, race, immigration status, religion, sex, gender, sexual orientation, victims of a major violent event, and their family members and their veteran status. So this has the same class as minorities, of like LGBTQ, religious minorities, disability, old, young people. Okay, victims of a major. So this is why the Scummer is going to be. I gotta like tiptoe around that. Also, Paul Lovis, he'll be there. Oh, epic stuff, guys. Paul Lovis is going to be at the War Room. I may or may not be. I have a soccer game at 11, and like a few hours before, and see if I can have in there War Room. Okay, and let's just see here, and I'm gonna read the email I got. The emails I put it in the draft document here. Yeah, guys, consider using Super Chat. I spent on the Hutchinson effect. And also, I was gonna read that before I get to Scott Myers. Go to the Hutchison, yeah, so email UBC Hutchison Ambles. Yeah, I haven't had the time to do that. I've just been out of it. But I will get to that in hopefully soon. Probably next week or the week after. I've got to prepare for the Mark Conlon interview. And also, I've been under the weather for a while. All right, let's continue. Okay, firefighter locator alarms. We'll get to that later. But we're going to go right here. Scott Myers. Okay, so this is the video. Scott Myers is the guy that filmed this. This is the Scott Myers clip. WTC-2 plane crash. And I think he had a tripod or something set up for this. Okay. So he has to set up. It's still, like, set up. There's that second object. And notice the paper. Notice all these little things. They appear to be paper. Yeah, so there appears to be a whole bunch of people flying, like, through. It's coming out of this fire. So this is a weird fire. There's like millions of paper, and the paper's engulfing around this this alleged smoke. And I say alleged because it's just not burning. Why is there paper flying everywhere? So that's it's like a weird type of smoke possibly. So there's paper everywhere, flying. So if you have a comparable one, I would like to see an office building, see if there's a missile hit it or something. So obviously planned. Yeah, so this one's Scott Myers one. He has it set up there. And I believe Mark Conlon actually interviewed or talked to Scott Myers last year. So that'll be interesting for the live stream. Okay, so note the tons of paper. Mark Conlon spoke to Scott Myers last year. I'll ask him about it. He says, why would you set up a tripod with the big building in the way of the action? Yeah, that's an interesting one. Okay, the conspiracy theorist theorizing about conspiracy. That's a good point. Why would you set up a tripod with the building in the way of the action? See that again. Yeah, so you can like, yeah, but the thing is he's covering two buildings, so you don't know which building is there. Yeah, it's a good point, but again, I gotta see a bit more. It'd be difficult to get to a location without the building, so he might be already there or something. But anyways, let's just see the Scott Myers interview. Again, if YouTube's watching, I am not discriminating against any person. I am not discriminating against any victims or alleged victims or robots or whatever. Okay, so again, YouTube, if you're watching, I am not discriminating. Okay, so let's read the video. There's a billion better angles all available, but again, that's one point that's being contended. And another thing I want to make a point is, this is kind of like a side quest. Like, Towers Turning Dust is Towers Turning Dust. Everything else is like, everything else is like secondary. Like even the Scott Myers one, even the planes stuff, Like, towers literally turned at us right in front of our faces. This stuff is a bit secondary. So I'm going to read this right here. I blanked out your name. Casimir rules. I blanked it out. So, hi, Matthew. How can I help? I don't know if I should throw my scattered tidbits at you. So this is just a draft. I haven't uploaded anywhere. And I'll read it. And then let's see what we get here. I don't know if I should just throw my scattered tidbits at you, or if you want to ask me what I know and sometimes presume. It's a big gaseous constellation of spook nonsense. If I just start rambling, don't know how much sensible information I will successfully communicate. A few irrefutable points. Scott Myers' opening image of the long video at the WTC on 9/11/2001 is of a child's balsa wood toy plane and a toy helicopter. Okay, I gotta see the full video. Okay, so if you can send me the full video, where's the full Scott Myers video? Scott Myers full plane video. Okay. The most clear and frightening audio. But again, the audio, it's like you should have still seen it much earlier. Okay, this is 44. Okay, there it is. So this is an irrefutable point he made. So that's a good eye there. Irrefutable points. Scott's opening image of his long video at the WTC on 9/11/2001 was of a child's balsa wood toy. So you got a wood toy plane. There's a helicopter. This is the beginning of it. So that's interesting. Okay. For me, this seems like an obvious joking foreshadowing, and so foreknowledge of the aeronautics events he would record later in the day in the video when he fixes his camera on the it spot in anticipation of the Hollywood special effects to come. Those facts and the fact Myers' murderess, Karine Weiser, does not turn up in the NY State searchable database of inmates. So he was killed? Okay, so this is the one where I gotta... If you could send include links and all this. Yeah. Karine Weiser, Scott Myers. So this thing, I just kind of want everything in one go. Okay, so Carrie murdered Scott Myers earlier. So this was Scott Myers, was killed at his Catskill home. What kind of names are these? Oh, Catskill resident Scott Myers. Catskill, even the kill. He was killed at the kill home. The trial of a 32-year-old woman charged in the death of 68-year-old Catskill resident Scott Myers was adjourned 2 days before jury selection was set to begin this week. So he was killed. Has been held without bail since 2001. So when was he killed? Because I think I read it wrong then. Mark Conlon did not talk to him last year if he's dead. But the guy emailed me says he's not dead. Well, he thinks he's not dead. Okay, lived a passionate life. His murder. What was he murdered? So he's murdered by a woman. That's much younger. So that's interesting. Okay, so this is next level, guys. Like, I had no idea this one. We're adding this to the Scott Myers. Okay, I had no idea. This is okay. So he's 2, 3, 4. Scott Myers murdered by a young woman. Okay, so Scott Myers. So that's just strange. And here's the full video. So now we're into some weird territory again. YouTube guidelines. Oh, Catskill, New York. Okay, that's an interesting word. Okay, and toy plane in footage, and it's beginning of the footage, like right off the bat. If it was a planned catch, as a whole analysis of the possibility of that crew in that spot. Is there a specific issue or many issues? Well, he has a whole bunch. I'm gonna keep reading. I'm reading this. I didn't have time to go over it, so we're reading it and you're seeing my reaction live. And okay. So Carrie Weiser does not turn up in the New York State searchable database of inmates. Okay, so he does not search up. So that's something to check. Make this Joker's nonsense obvious nonsense. So again, I'm just reading that out. I am not hating on any victim of a major event or minor violent event like him getting murdered, allegedly. Okay. Yeah. So let's play this one here. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this at 16x speed because this is we're doing a real-time investigation right now. Yeah, filing cabinets are steel, so when they turn it off, they release a lot of paper. Yeah, but the thing is, why was it going through that huge explosion? That's the issue. It's like it's going through unburnt. Oh, you would assume that's turning to dust, going through the smoke, going through the fire. Okay, I'm making it 16x speed. So he has his kids. So remember, the first clip was a plane. And... okay, he is playing soccer. It's HD, so we'll make it not HD. We'll make it auto. Okay, we'll make it 720 then. Okay, if it stops, we'll make it even less. Okay, so it's going. Okay, there it is. So it just cuts off there now. Okay, so he's here right now. This is his footage. So look at the paper. I'm making 16x speed. Oh, hi y'all, and Matthew. 9/11 Planes Research, Mark Collins in the house. Let's go. Yeah, so I was saying, I thought I read your comment wrong that you talked to Scott Myers last year, but he's supposed to be dead apparently. Okay, 31 people, 32 people. We are doing decent on a Saturday in February. This epic stuff. Okay, let's continue further. So we're doing real-time research. And here's a pro tip. If I didn't have the 16x speed, that video speed extension, I have a video this one right here. Video speed controller. If I did not have that, I would not be doing any of this stuff because it takes too many hours. Like literally sifting through 16x speed. I would not do it any other way. Okay, look at all the paper. This is 16x speed, and there's just paper and paper just flying through. Even if the building, even if the filing cabinets, the steel turned to dust, and the paper's flying, but why is the paper just suddenly being sucked out? It's so much. It could have just be on the ground. It doesn't need to fly outside of this. And like constant. So that is very interesting. Assuming it is paper. Oh, okay, we just saw some paper flying. So smoke and paper's flying off. Smoke and paper. Assume, yeah. Or fumes and paper. Fumes and paper, dust and paper, whatever this is. It could be weird chemical smoke like the John Hutchison stuff. Okay. A bit of the paper is dying off, but there's still paper. Okay, so now he has it set up here the whole time. So he has a tripod and just set it up. And then the second the plane hits soon. Okay. And also note the audio is much less than what I would expect from a plane, because I used to live actually underneath, like very close to an airport. Anytime it would fly over, and it's again much slower than this, the whole like coffee table and like the whole dinner table would shake. Like I would be like sitting on the couch, and the plane flies over, and it's like whole thing just shakes. So you can know even if it's like many kilometers away. Yeah, paper's flying out to the Venturi effect. Yeah, but again, it's like that's just a statement. But the thing is, it's like the amount of paper being sucked out. I would like to see if there's a comparable one ever done, just to see how much it is. Because you're gonna need a bunch of openings. So it's like, yeah. So you're gonna have to assume that there's gonna be all the walls are removed, and so on. But even then, how much paper is that from a few floors, and a few rooms? But it's just something to note, what it is. Yeah, filing cabinet turning dust. Yeah, and then being sucked out as well. That's okay. There's the second footage. See this. Yeah, steel and paper are two different material-specific things. Yeah, but also there's this alleged giant fire explosion. So this looks like some other kind, possibly other kind of explosion, but we'll see. Okay, and there's a bunch of paper flying out, I think, through it. Okay, we're gonna see some paper flying. Paper's being sucked out of this area that has these yellow, red alleged flames. Okay. So he caught this. Okay, now the plane, just check that anomaly with the alleged plane. Okay, so in this channel, I'm just gonna call it plane so I don't get banned. We're just call it, so the plane, because many things can be planes. Alloys in the steel are transmuted. There's no vortex from the planes in the approach. Yeah, that is true. Well, it's also afterwards. This should be like a giant. Again, look at all the paper though. So what I mean is, I'm contending that there's much more paper than it should be. That's my contention. And it's being sucked out of an area that's supposed to be hot. Okay, and the 16x speed. And notice how it goes vertically up straight there. That's interesting. So this goes up, this goes left. So this goes up, this goes left. That's an interesting setup there. This is up, then left. This is, yeah, this is straight, this is spiraling here. Notice it's also spiraling. It looks like it's turning in a circle. I think, yeah, I think this is kind of turning as well. And just go straight up, turning. Now you zoomed in, and you zoomed out. Okay, and look at all the paper on the ground. Okay, and World of Golf, I need to get some more footage. Alright, epic stuff here. And he got the helicopter. So in this footage, he was able to get the plane and helicopter. And at the beginning, he had a plane and helicopter. So that's where his 16x speed comes in. Okay, and I think he's like stuck now. But I can go back here. He had a helicopter right here. I'm gonna go back here. Okay. I'm gonna double speed. 16x speed. Okay. Yeah, and look at the and look at those perfectly flat edges on this. So they're literally removed from their bolts. They're literally removed, not slammed in. And there's okay. Once you see a helicopter, let me know. Oh, there's a helicopter. Okay, so he has a helicopter and a plane. The OGs are in the comment section. Yeah, conspiracy theorista. Yeah, conspiracy theorista. I went over that Donald Trump's birthday, Jason Verhoeven. So that's the thing. If you could, someone could find that. The only choice, never got a chance, but big thanks that you are. Thanks for doing this for sure. The only choice. Okay. All right. And still, it doesn't show any rubble of anything like of the WDC. So this guy got murdered. Allegedly, and according to the mainstream narrative. Okay, so that guy got murdered. That was an interesting footage. Okay, so this is epic stuff here. But again, YouTube guidelines. I respect all victims. Yeah, guys, hit the like button. Computer Masters, hit the like button. Smash the like button, guys, and send me a bunch of cash, money, super chat, and donations. And so yeah, so you can donate right here. MES.fm/donate. Guys, donate the whole bunch of stuff. You can get Patreon, PayPal, and so on. And send me a bunch of cash. Optimizing the effectiveness of direct energy weapons with specialized weather support. I think I was sent that, Mark Conlon. And that too, that the complete unnatural smoke path that never wavered all day. Yeah, that was interesting. Especially when you see 16x speed, you can notice that. Alright, so we have that. And there's literally nothing comparable, because I'm playing at 16x speed, so every second is 16 seconds. So every 4 seconds is a minute. And you're not going to see this anywhere else. It's usually the fire goes on. If you're playing at 16x speed, it's done in a few minutes and you're done. This gets 45 minutes on that one video alone. Okay, so we have that. I'm going to keep going on his points. Okay. Do you need to send me it again? Okay, I would like to ramble and send you images with everything I can think of. And this is another part. Carrie, so if you can send me the link of this, like search it up, say, screenshot, send it, so I don't need to go do it. But I trust that you got that right. But I just want to confirm. Okay, try starting with the hashtags of my Casimir profile on Gab, and I have a link to his Casimir rules right here. Right Liger, check it. Okay, so right here he has a whole bunch of hashtags here of the Scott Myers setup here. Let's see the Scott Myers. Oh, he shared my post. Let's go, Casimir. Where's the Casimir? I mean the. How do I hashtag Scott Myers? Okay, I've got to get the Scott Myers one. How do I search hashtags? Like, I don't understand. Okay, hashtag. Okay, Paul Loveless, pitching $5. Let's go, baby. They're your third super and your super fan. This is just taking it over. Okay, hashtag Scott Myers. How do you find hashtags? Okay, hashtag Scott Myers. Hashtags only. Okay, Scott Myers murder. Okay, there's Scott Myers in here. Says Casimir Rules has a whole bunch of stuff here. Casimir Catskill activists discuss latest news on this. Okay, yeah, a whole bunch of stuff in here. But I'll read the email and then we'll continue further to see what we have. Okay, Ryan Liger pays $5 CHF. I don't know how much that is in Canadian, but let's go, baby. Thank you. You guys are just dominating. Press some hearts. Third one. Don't know how to do a super chat contribution, guys. Somebody teach Reality Access wants to do a super chat. There should be a button or something. I think engage audience. Oh, you click the button. There should be a button that says send money. It's like there should be a button right there. Yeah, press that that money sign. You have the payment set up on your credit card and Google account, but also click here, show your support, and that'll be epic. 36 people. Yeah, click the dollar sign, and let's continue reading this here. Okay, and I forgot. Okay, so he says, try searching this hashtag, Casimir profiling. Oh, Scott Myers, Kerry Weiser, Enid Futterman, Malcolm Nance, Richmore Aviation, Roger Hannigan, Gelson, IMBY. And also, I think his resume also involved, I think, some sort of image technology as well. Oops, I forgot John Isaacs. The thing to remember all of this in his video is absurd. His video, his absurd resume, the family court story, his boisterous activism, his association with the IMBY characters is the obvious methodological narrative writing over the years. The same thing was done with the involvement of the same characters in the writing of the Columbia County's Alex Rosentrash character. This guy's got the, like, going deep on these characters. The same thing was done on this Alex Rosentrash. Oh, okay, that's life, but you know it. Epic, keep it out, brother. Thank you. Yeah, sure to have stuff there. And also, yeah, I think you wanted to live stream one day. We could probably do a predictive programming, like, emergency report. Hell yeah, let's set a record, guys. Yeah, send me a whole bunch of cash. We could probably do a live stream either your channel, my channel, or both. And we could do, like, predictive programming deep dive. But also, the thing is, try to predict for the future, because, like, that other guy's channel is saying literally the World Trade Center 1 is going to be taken down. There might at one time have been real people with real families and birth certificates and associates, but it's some point their lives become public performance, and there's an excess of media and law enforcement and judicial government records for us to be force-fed. I think Scott Myers is alive and well somewhere. Interesting. There are reference points in this personal narratives exist in the public record. Yeah, Mark Conlon says, I think Scott Myers is a climate change pusher. I spoke to Andrew Johnson about this. The reference points in these personal narratives exist in the public record. So you and I can have a simple story based entirely in reference points at public record. So for Scott Myers, just a loving dad with his kids on the morning of 9/11. Poor Scott comes undone. His family goes to court in his new home, Greene County, New York, to get protection orders or whatever. Now the crazy, dangerous dad rehabilitates himself as a passionate, erratic behavior in public, often caught on video activist. Myers starts writing columns for Enid Futterman and John Isaacs' IMBY. A loner Myers picks up newly invented Kerry Weiser. Weiser must have been sometime in the planning, because she does have a record of arrest with the New York State Police. But other than that, there's nothing in her public records that isn't a confusing muddle. Her Twitter profile was inaugurated a month before the murder. Interesting. Now, those are the giveaways. But again, anyways, YouTube guidelines. I am not hating on any victim or alleged victim. I think they're great people. Alright, anyways. So Twitter account inaugurated a month before the murder. So these are things, if you get the links on all this, it'd be easier to show and to digest. Then in sort of reverse, looking for Mr. Goodbar scenario, the crazy has picked up even crazier, and Kerry stabs Scott in the neck. One and done. You might also want to check out Bruce Schneider. Yeah, and this guy right here. I have a hunch that Schneider may be the brains behind Malcolm Nance. Like, all these people I don't know, but these are like in the details, in the trenches. I don't think Nancy can think for himself, and I think somebody writes scenarios for all these people. I don't know if Enid Futterman is good enough for that, but then again, they aren't very good scenarios. Somebody like Bruce Schneider sits on top of it all. There's too much going on in my county, Richmore Aviation, etc. And I said, he said, sounds good. I tell myself that I'm incognito at blank. I blanked it out. At home in blank, and I blanked that out. And then I'm using pseudo-anonymous profile. Social media accounts means nobody knows. It's talking. It's blank talking. I blank his name out. But I imagine as I'm actually badgering military intelligence and other brands of spooks, it's completely in their power to know my identity. I recently got a couple of oblique threats, one from a troll telling me that what I was doing is unhealthy, another from a man, activist, editorialist, and handyman who lives a mile from me, implying he might reveal my identity, but who then got my pseudo-anonymous Facebook account largely banned from the county's community boards. In a way, I don't care. MK Ultra, let's go. Dropping this here as I'm busy listening. Hard to type in the chat. Loving the stream. Epic stuff. Thank you. We're just getting a whole bunch of stuff here. Okay, now the version is going. The dumb African needs to go sleep. Neither the smart African. I have an early morning. It's 1:30 a.m. See y'all in Gino Tardan's padded playroom tomorrow evening. No, then have a good one, 9/11 Revisionist. Thank you for the link, especially the Warwick one, and pushing me to keep watching that video. I didn't realize how epic it was. I think I've seen it once by like double speed. All right, and let's go. EMK, just MK Ultra, epic stuff. All right, continue further. In a way, I don't care. I mostly, I know most people around me don't care and can be made interested in anything actually factual and relevant. And if it's not coming at them from the TV, it's nothing they need to bother about. And if the nasty communitarians running the psyops around here do turn me into a minor celebrity, that would be free. That would free me up to turn at the government events, etc. that they populate. Not that it probably would. So feel free to use everything I gave you. I'd rather not turn into a recognized 9/11 truther or whatever. But ultimately, I don't care about any personal consequences. And my realizations and my outrage are all I have to offer to the wider world. So I'm handling you what I have and leaving it to you and anybody who takes notice to either run with it in some way or come back at me, whatever they've got. I had a lucky life with a lot of love, but I feel plagued by the man, as anybody with sense feels. It's time. Thank you. Feel free to ask any questions if you have something unclear or wondering about anything I sent. Yeah, epic stuff. Yeah, so basically, yeah, just send some of those links, like for example the database stuff right here. So like this is a interesting claim, and yeah, so it does seem plausible. Yeah, and this guy's born on my birthday, Bruce Schneider. Unreal, born January 15th. Okay, let's go. New York City. So yeah, you may be onto something, getting all these random spooks that are part of the operation. Because number 9/11 involved an operation, so you have some people in on it, so they're doing X, Y, Z, and to be able to name them. But again, these would be low-level spooks. The high ones, they're literally as that X-conspiracy guy, X-conspiracy. Okay. Tinfoil Confessions. There, as this X-conspiracy says here, lastly, I believe that these secret societies, you guys giving away the secret. Secret societies were mystery schools or cults which practice black magic and ritual sacrifice. I believe terror attacks, mass shootings, and assassinations were occult rituals, mostly orchestrated through the intelligence services and committed by mind-controlled patsies. They did this in order to birth their new world order through black magic. Interesting. Okay, so this guy's giving away the details, but he's an X-conspiracy theorist. All right, let's close some stuff. I am standing, so I'm going to have to close everything soon. Let's see how much we have. Let's see what we got. We have a whole bunch of donations today. Let's go. How much money did we make? $28 Canadian. Let's go, baby. Okay, thank you for all donations. I said last week the dude is likely dead. Oh, he's likely not dead. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, but again, I don't want to get banned, so let's go here. YouTube guidelines. I do not hate anyone, any victim, venture event, dead, alive, alleged, or real. All right, and let's continue further. Then we have some more stuff, and then just end it. Because we have 2 hours 32 minutes. I don't want to go 4 hours. So, oh yeah, so this one here is a 9/11 revisionist. So he's making a, we're planning on making this one International Center of 9/11 Accountability, and he'll put a whole bunch of stuff here. And it's a play on this one. This is the Disinfo Agents one. This is the guy with the clown hair, but he's putting a hat on because he doesn't want to seem like a clown. And these guys are Disinfo Agents, and we're gonna look to make a website like this, include all of our real truth here, and so on, and also get a GoFundMe page, etc. to get or include funding in here to do big advertising. And I think he has accountability as well, but probably to go the shorter name, accountability. Coming soon, so something like this. This is epic stuff, guys. All right, and let's go fire alarms there. AI video. Okay, we'll play this AI video. Super parade shooting. Okay, guys, this is an interesting one. So you guys saw the Super Bowl parade right after it was the most watched U.S. event of all time, and then it was pushed constantly, like Taylor Swift in the news, also using black magic so that she wins the Super Bowl. And then there's that shooting, and I'm predicting right now Super Bowl. Super Bowl equals super. Oh, okay, this is a typo right here. Superb. Okay, Super Bowl equals superb owl. I'll post right here. So look at the play on words, guys. Superb owl. This is Bohemian Grove. So Super Bowl is literally superb owl. Okay, this is mind-boggling. Okay, so this is Super Bowl, guys. Superb owl or Super Bowl. All right, So that's epic. Anyways, so I'm predicting that Chiefs are going to 3-peat. They're going to win again because shooting at the parade means they're not going to be hungover from winning championship, and it's more black magic to push that in the news. So that is my 2 cents, my predictive programming. Okay, One World Trade Center predictive programming. Alex Jones talks about Space Wars weapon, but anyways, I'm losing energy. Putin wants Biden to win. This is another one. And we're just going to fast forward a bunch of stuff. And then terrorists are minority. Okay, so that's it. We have to respect the terrorists that died, guys. You cannot say... Yeah, you can't say they didn't die. Because there was people inside those planes. But the thing is, you could also say that, well, people could have been killed many other ways. All right. Putin says he prefers Biden over Trump in 2024. Yeah, Putin says, okay, I hate this thing. Pro tip, if you have a paywall, just archive it, then you could watch it with that stuff. Okay, Putin says he's preferring, Putin says he wants Biden to win second term over Trump.
The Senate.
And this reminds me of the Osama bin Laden. So this is like a mandatory. Anything that shows up, I'm gonna play it. Yeah, Osama. Okay, so first of all, Osama bin Laden apologizes for taking a photo with known murderer Hillary Clinton. So Osama apologized. How could you let yourself be photographed with this known murderer? So he apologizes for taking a photo with Hillary. And Osama Biden. So this is the most mind-blowing script right here. Who gave the script to Osama bin Laden that Joe Biden would become an incompetent president and lead the U.S. to crisis?
We will continue Muslim honor, our civilization, and
Now we're getting a glimpse of the so-called treasure trove of documents grabbed from that compound. In a US election year, Washington has chosen to release a fraction of the 6,000 documents. The bin Laden files reveal that he tasked 2 groups with the mission of anticipating and spotting the visits of President Obama or General Petraeus to Afghanistan or Pakistan to target the aircraft of either one of them. They are not, he said, to target visits by US Vice President Biden.
All right. Yeah, so Osama bin Laden wanted Biden to win. Putin wants Biden to win. It's like, this is like 2007 or something. So the script is there. And also I got a message from Reality Access. I tried to donate 5, but the dialogue box translated 5 into 400. Yeah, I don't know. Something, maybe just retype it again. Let's see it again. It's 400 USD. I think maybe he just deleted, put a 5 somehow. I don't know how. Because you can, this cursor means you're editing it. So you can literally delete and put a 5. So, or you can donate $400. Alright, that's epic stuff. Let's continue further. I'm almost done. So, war, okay, CDC, we're going to use a pyramid. Okay, I'm going to just end these with these AI video, actually. AI video. This is an AI video. I'm not going to play the sound. This is made an AI video. Input video, you put one in, and you tell it, transform it into an old school car. With a space, with a rainbow road. So you can let this AI video with this new Sora. Yeah, Bin Laden filing cabinet. Yeah, that was the Pentagon filing cabinet. The CIA. Okay, this is literally made with AI. The new one, it's still in beta, so I don't have access to it, but it will. And yeah, there's that shooting allegedly, and then the guy tackled him down. All right. Anyways, so there's a pro tip. If you have a paywall, just archive it, and then you could watch it again. So Putin says preferred Biden over Trump. Commentators are skeptical. So I archived it using that extension, archive.ph. Download it, and then because if you go to the regular website, right here, there's the pro tip, and it puts a paywall. Okay, then you can't watch it. So you can look at mainstream news, archive it. Don't give them clicks or money. All right, going next. Email. Okay, firefighter alarms. That's too much. Okay, I'm just gonna go over the quick things. Alex Jones space program. Yeah, he's actually talking about the space program, and he says that it's gonna be some sort of like EMP attack, and he mentions it like literally like decades late. He's talking about Star Wars program. Exclusive secrets of Russia's space-based nuclear exposed, or the globalists planning nuclear laser EMP falls back to escalated war with Russia. It was like, if you go to Judy Wood's website, he had this for years. And then Star Wars. Let's go to site colon. So they had Star Wars energy weapons for like over a decade. 2006, they had Star Wars direct energy weapons, and so on. So it's like Alex Jones, absolute clown show. And then here's a video here, plays it as well. I will not play it. The Strategic Defense Initiative and so on. Anyways, direct energy weapons. Okay. Okay, reality says I cannot edit the dialog box and I cannot afford 400. No, if you click the button and click the name, and then your keyboard should show up because you're using a phone. So like, let's say if you click, it should be a play button. Okay. If you click the thing, and your keyboard should show up. Like if you just click the 400, and then dialog box, your keyboard will show up. But yeah. So that is that's another day. Otherwise, if you want, you could just do PayPal if you want. PayPal right here, and donate whatever you need on PayPal. You could use donate on PayPal and Free Energy Tech, and use that if that works. Anyways, let's continue in our journey. But thanks a lot anyways. Okay, so Putin wants body chemtrails equals CDC logo. And we're almost done. I'm just like going through a bunch of memes. But this is like pretty interesting. CDC. Okay, we gotta go CDC here. Okay, so CDC logo. It's about disease, and then they got spraying everywhere. So you got chemtrails and CDC logo. So that makes you think. All right, let's continue in our journey. Magnet Eric Lightweight video going viral on Reddit. Yeah, this video is going absolutely viral. Oh yeah, use the slider. Yeah. So reality access, you could use the slider. You can use a slider right here, or you could click this with your finger, and then it should keyboard show up. If it doesn't, you could just slide this to the left. But yeah, reality access is at the axis of reality. All right, let's go. Okay, Timmy Sullivan. Yes, use a slider. Okay, let's see the next setup here. We're almost done. We're almost done, guys. War Eagles Ponzi scheme, but we're gonna go TikTok. So this is going absolutely viral on TikTok. This video right here getting 11,000 views already in like a week. This is here. Why is there no audio?
Magnets. Let me show you what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm going to use 2 bar magnets, and first of all, I place them with like poles opposite. So of course, they repel each other. If I put a bit of steel now on the pole of that magnet, I don't change the polarity of it by just doing that. If that was a north pole before, then the outside of the steel will still be a north pole, and so it should still repel the other magnet. Shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Okay, watch the rest, guys. So these magnets were in repulsion, but now they're attraction, and then actually we'll keep watching it.
In that condition, both magnets are pulling on the steel outwards. They're trying to split it in half. Let's give them the opportunity to do that by making it a double piece of steel. Now when I release my fingers, will they in fact succeed in pulling it in half? They do. Now here's a situation, isn't it? In that condition, they just don't want to know each other. But with only a single piece of steel, both magnets are quite happy to attach themselves to it. I told you permanent magnets are going to be difficult, but believe me, there's worse to follow. Suppose I take an unmagnetized steel ball and an unmagnetized bit of steel. I'm going to put the steel ball on the magnet pole. As I approach it and touch it with the unmagnetized bit, I can always succeed in bringing the ball away with the unmagnetized piece. If I put a bit of cardboard in between magnet and ball to begin with, you can actually see the ball jump away from the magnet.
All right.
Now I'm going to suggest that an explanation of these phenomena using the pole concept would be very difficult indeed.
Yeah.
But then
so basically, you can make these are not magnet. Both these are not magnetized, but you can pull the unmagnetized ball from this magnet. So what in the world is going on here? All right. That was okay. The next setup is War Equals Ponzi scheme. Giza pyramid. Maybe if we have time there. Okay. Let's just show this, and we're almost done. I'm just like winging it right now. Okay, right here. Start a war, profit after war, start another war. This is the cycle of life. All right, and last one. This one's actually, I've been working on this. Let's go here. Here's my part of my Giza pyramid. I'll try to upload this tonight or tomorrow. Giza pyramid, and let's see. I have SketchUp. Let's click the SketchUp WTC, and yeah. Oh yeah, I'll just show the Giza Pyramid. This is show the size of it, and I'll upload the Giza Pyramid. I found some other cool stuff about the Giza Pyramid geometry. Okay, so here's the size of it compared to the WTC. Let's play it. Okay, this is so slow. But we are, let's say, 2 hours 44 minutes, and we are almost done. We peaked at 40 users. Okay. It's loading, my computer might blow up, but it's worth it. Last second. This is gonna be the last minute, guys. Last minute or so. And yeah, Reality Access only active button was confirm and pay. Well, you can try refreshing it, close it, and do it again. It might show up again. Alright, so this is the Giza Pyramid. And there's a size of it compared to the Twin Towers. The base is pretty wide though. So, Twin Towers 200 feet, and I have the measurements somewhere here. Did I measure it? Why is there no measurements? I thought I did. Did not save? Okay. Okay, I thought I did measure it, so now it's gone. So I don't know what happened. Oh, there it is. There it is. So this is roughly 757. But it's not exact. It's just hard to make it exact. On this end, it's 480 feet around there. Yeah. Yeah. So there it is compared to the Twin Towers, and it's building 7 is bigger than the Giza Pyramid, and these are all to scale, like pretty much to scale. This is the Titanic right here. So 10 Titanics for each building by weight, and there's the is the biggest yacht, or one of the biggest yachts, and this is a military ship. And these planes are to scale, so this is how it would look like from far away. So they have the exact image stuff there. This is pretty cool. And there's the Eiffel Tower to scale. So I measured them all as well. Radar censorship is typical. They're afraid of the truth, which is why they need censorship. Yeah, it's like Normieville. All right, guys. That is all for today, and stay tuned for the Giza Pyramid one. It's pretty epic. I've set up here Giza Pyramid. Actually, that was. Oh, did I put the wrong link? This one here, Giza Pyramid geometry. It's gonna be on the squaring the circle. So that'll be another thing. Anyways, that is all, guys. I'm gonna close it, and I need some rest. Okay, and MK Ultra. Yeah. So Reality Access. Yeah, if you can, it's all right. You can try to figure out the donation next time. Alright guys, that is all. Thanks for joining. Have a great weekend. And yeah, Paul Loveless, yeah, love you too. Paul Loveless, again, your name should be Love More, not Love Less. Epic stream again. Yeah, Christopher John for sure. Alright guys, have a good one. And yeah, that's life as you know. We could possibly do a live stream later. Okay, and anyways, guys, I'm going to end this brilliant stream. Nice. Blessings, MK Ultra. Thanks for donation. And I'm clicking the end stream button in 3, 2, 1, and bye.